All right. Let's see here. We should be live. We should be feeding out to the folks out there in the world. Oh, I can actually see the chat and everything scrolling up here. So if you guys can see me, hear me loud and clear, let me know. First of all, let me welcome everyone to a special episode. Oh, hold on. I got okay. Hold on. Immediately, I have a yeah, I got it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so like I said, let me know how everything's going out there. Oh, I thought I had someone dialing in. All right. Anyway, this is gonna be a little bit crazy here in the beginning of this. I haven't done this from YouTube in a while, so like I said, this is a special edition of the show for everyone out there. If you're hearing me loud and clear, let me know here in the chat. I could actually throw the chat up and all that kind of stuff. Uh, oh, hold on a second. We got White Hank Strange joining us. uh, okay, let's see. Let me see if I can throw him into the mix here. Boom! There he goes.
Hey, what's up, Hank? Thanks for
John,
having me on.
John, John, John Crump, White Hank Strange. I don't see a mohawk.
I'm working on that.
Oh, okay. All right. So listen, this is a special edition of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast, and we're doing it live on YouTube instead of Utreon. If you guys have missed us, you've been wondering where we've been over on Utreon, and that's where we typically do the show from. And actually, what I wanted to say before we even start all of this, I'm going to give you guys a chance in the comments to let us know if you want us to come back to YouTube. Just realize that YouTube has rules and all that kind of stuff. I don't know whether people follow them anymore or not, but let us know if you want us to come back here. So happy.
Yeah,
They do?
they still pull. Yeah, they pull your stream still.
Yeah, so there you go. We're doing it on Utreon because we could actually hold guns when we go live, and all that kind of good stuff over on Utreon. It's Utreon / Who Moved My Freedom podcast. But let us know in the comments, like say, yes, I want you guys to come back to YouTube, or stay on Utreon and we'll find you over there. If you guys want a shout out or anything like that, let us know. We'll get it up. Shout out to everyone who's out there. We'll have special
Yes.
guests coming on and off. But right now, we got John Crump. What's up, John?
Yeah. Happy New Year, Hank, and Happy New Year to Shooting Gallery Knee out there.
Oh, that's shooting gallery knee. Yeah, the beardless. Is he? I don't know if he's grown his beard back in the last 2 weeks or something since I saw him last. So yeah, shout out to him. I see him out there. You know what? Should we go? We should just go down and shout out everyone who's in the chat right now. So let's see.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
we have somebody in the chat who's already had their New Year's Eve.
Oh,
It's
Monder.
2023. Someone's coming from the yeah. Richard Monder is coming to us from the future.
Let me see if I could. I'll throw his thing up there. So shout out to Richard Monder in jolly old England. I actually have some friends over there from the Van World, or over in England right now. Shout out to him. Shout out to Yannick Stoner. He's out there as well. Lawrence Lerwick is out there. Shout out to him. Let's see who else. We had Hootie Hoo. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but I saw he was out there earlier. And let's see who else we got in here. Ham Radio 2.0. I don't know if he's still out there. Shout out to him if he's out there. If anyone's watching this and you want to come on for a couple of minutes, we're going to go from now until midnight till we get into the new year. Just hit up Lola. That's the person to get in touch with. Jen Champ Jr. is out there as well. Let's see. Real Cujo. Shout out to him. He says Happy New Year. Dan Hates You is out there as well. Shooting Gallery Any, there he goes. Jason Fisher is out there. He says, "Hey Hank, Happy New Year to you and your family. Appreciate you answering my comment." There you go. On the Brave on your Instagram. Brace. Oh, okay, there you go. Skitty Waver is out there. And Clint Sanders. Clint Sanders says YouTube makes it a lot easier, like the fact you can show off guns on Utreon though. So that's a 50-50 split, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 50-50 split. Motorboater is out there as well. I see Ham Radio 2.0 says, hey. Lola says, Happy New Year to everyone. Lola's out there. If you want to get on, hit up Lola if you have a way to directly contact her, and she might get you on. Pixamite is out there as well. Shout out to him. James Lawson says, nice to see you on YouTube. By the way, we're always on YouTube. We're just doing the show from Utreon. And we don't, because we're doing it from Utreon, we go live on Utreon, and then the next day I put it up on YouTube. So there you go. So
Yeah,
go,
I usually watch it on YouTube because it's hard for me to, because I got kids, the homework and everything. It's hard for me to actually watch it during the regular time, but I always do catch the replays.
yeah, okay, very cool. Yes, I appreciate that, sir. And if you don't know John Crump, this is the guy you should be going to for 2A news. There's lots of good guys out there, so shout out like Guns and Gadgets and Langley Adventure Outdoors. Is that Braden's the name, Langley Adventure Outdoors?
I thought it was just Langley Outdoors.
Langley Outdoors. Okay. So those guys are cool, but this is the source. My man John Crump, the originator,
Yeah,
special investigator.
of a lot of it. Yeah, of a lot of it.
So, and we've been friends for a long
Definitely
time.
a lot of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we
absolutely.
got to hang out in real life recently.
Yeah, in DC, in the DC area.
Yeah, and split a tower
Yes, we did sleep together. This is true. This is true. For a couple of
in
days.
different beds.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think you need to clarify that. But go ahead. Lola has the question right there. Lola says, should WMMF podcast come back live on the YouTubes? There you go. You guys could say yay or nay or, whatever you want to say. Jen Champ Jr. says no. Richard Monder says yes. Jen Champ Jr. says, unless Utreon sucks. So, Skivvy Waver says easier to catch it on YouTube. And then, let's see. I'll let John answer this question first, and then I'll go for it. Jason, let's see, can we get this up here? Jason Fisher says, Hank, do you see states like Michigan, Washington, Colorado, Minnesota, Illinois passing AWB, assault weapons ban, and other anti-gun bills in 2023? What states are you concerned about? So, go, John.
Yeah, I think that there is going to be a lot of court battles. There's going to be a lot of states trying to pass laws in direct violation of Bruin as a direct response to Bruin. But I do see a lot of pushback happening in the courts. And with GOA's petition to the Supreme Court being accepted, because Sotomayor didn't really have a choice, she had to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you're going to see a lot of these laws get knocked down in 2023, and you're going to see other states go the other direction. For example, Virginia, there's all like pro gun bills being introduced to roll back the changes that the Democrats made. And we're very close in Virginia to getting some of those laws through, like preemption back on the books.
Mm-hmm.
And some other really cool stuff. Florida, I can see a future for constitutional carry as well. And a few years ago, I could see that, but now I do see a way forward for constitutional carry in the Sunshine State. But yeah, it's going to be a mixed bag. There's going to be some states that's going to go hard in one direction.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan, for example, with their assault weapons ban, so-called assault weapons ban. And then I see other states going the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there you go. And so my answer to that is I think the states out there that are run by anti-gun folks on the left, they're gonna keep trying to do what they think that their folks want. No matter what happens, right? They're just gonna keep trying to find ways around it, and I think it comes down to whether or not they really get pushback from the Supreme Court and they pay a price for what they're trying to do. So as John was saying, we could see that, right, John? In New York, it's possible we could actually
Yeah,
start
New
seeing that.
York, they have until Tuesday to come up
Hmm.
with their response to the Sotomayor.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably going to go to the full bench, and they're going to get smacked down by the full Supreme Court
Hmm.
uh, sooner than later. The
Hmm.
reason why Sotomayor granted the petition is because if she did not grant the petition,
Hmm.
that meant GOA could go to any other
Hmm.
justice on the Supreme Court,
Hmm.
which you know who they would have went to.
Okay.
They would have
Um,
went to Thomas.
right. So yeah, I thought that yeah, that's a good point that you're making. You mentioned Florida, right? So I hope that Florida gets constitutional carry. I know that the folks who are running, in terms of Republicans that are running Florida are it's all Republicans, but they're rhinos in my opinion. I think DeSantis does want to be president, and if he wants that, maybe we'll see an effort there to make it happen. But DeSantis needs to ask for it, and then the rhinos here in Florida need to make it happen. I think I've heard some rumblings that they might rename it and all that kind of stuff. Remember, these are the guys who put the gun control crap that's in effect in Florida into place, right? So they kind of don't want
Yeah.
to back off of what they did. And I know we've had states this year. We're going to talk about, the stuff that's happened in 2022 as soon as I get the show started, which is not even officially started yet. But, you know, um, these guys put this stuff in place, and we've had states. I think Texas overturned the 21 age limit, right? Was it Texas?
Oh, hold on. I
Yeah.
lost you there for a second. I
Yeah.
think I'm
Oh,
back.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they did.
Uh-huh.
Virginia, the Virginia also, their universal background checks
Hmm.
may go away as well due to the courts. But
Right.
yeah, Texas overturned
Hmm.
the age limit. There's going to be some challenges around the country to age
Hmm.
limits that I know of.
There
Don't
should
want
be
to
one in
tip
Florida.
the hand too much.
There should be a challenge to
There
the one
might
in
be,
Florida. Yeah.
there
Uh-huh.
might be, there's going to be several around the country.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's gonna it's gonna be an exciting time in 2023. I think that you were gonna see some states try to pass anti-gun laws,
Hmm.
but what I right now we have all the momentum in the world, and we can do some real damage with the Bruin decision. I know some people say, well, the courts are gonna do what they're gonna do. Well, they will do what they're going to do
Hmm.
until the Supreme Court starts smacking them down, which looks like it's about to start happening here.
Yeah.
New Jersey's law is almost identical to New York's law, and now if the Supreme Court tells New York to go pound sand, then New Jersey and all these other states that are passing anti-Bruin laws, that's what I call them anti-Bruin laws,
Hmm.
they're going to see the writing on the wall, and it's not going to be a good time for them.
Hmm.
So it's going to be an interesting year, especially with the pistol brace rule that's going to be coming up, and also challenges to uh, like the ATF's frames and receivers rule, which they might have shot themselves in the foot with by changing
Yeah.
by actually stating because like one of the things, this is what's going to be interesting.
Hmm.
The frames and receivers rules. The way that the guidance letter, if you don't know, they're saying like a hunk of plastic, a polymer 80 is a frame. I mean, is a firearms frame by itself controlled under the GCA. But in court, they argue that the rule doesn't say that. That the rule says that it's okay to sell blanks as long as you're not selling with tools and jigs. And now they're saying it the opposite way. Anything with a fire cavity milled out is a firearm,
Yeah.
which is exactly the opposite of what they told the judges and the courts,
Yeah.
which
This is why they
means,
shouldn't even be involved in this, man. They're not supposed to be making up rules,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
which means that it's going to look really bad in the courts if the reason why, like North Dakota, the Morehouse case in North
Hmm.
Dakota, the reason why the district judge ruled in their favor is because they said, oh, the rule doesn't say that. And also in the Division 80 case in
Mm-hmm.
Texas, the reason why the judge ruled against Division 80 is because the ATF said, oh, these aren't banned.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're saying, well, they are banned. So those judges are going to be royally pissed off because
Listen,
either they don't know what the hell's going on
right.
or they were lied to in court.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be nuts. Listen, I just realized I didn't officially kick everything off, so we need to do that. I'm going to kick everything off here, and then, we're going to come back and do some shout outs and stuff like that. So let me get everything rolling. We've got John Crump here. He's going to be here for a little while. We're going to have, we should have Walther of Safety Harbor Firearms coming in. I think he's got some visitors. He's got a visitor over there from England right now at his house, so we're going to get him on here in a second. Everyone listening, smash the thumbs ups, share this if you can so everyone knows that we're live. We're going to be live until midnight, until the New Year's. We'll be here ringing in the New Year's with you guys, talking about 2022. It's like a year in review, all the good stuff, the bad stuff, what we're looking forward to in 2023. That being said, here, let me actually do my open scene. Stand by, John.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, bada bing, bada boom, here we go. We are live. Let me see. I'm going to throw John in there. I'm here. We're going to do the jazz hands.
I'm holding my phone with my other hand.
Yeah, so there you go. So,
you got one hand.
Single jazz hands. We are live. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on out there. This is episode number 956 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. This is New Year's Eve 2022 live hangout. Like I said, we're going to have lots of guests. We've got John Crump of John Crump News and a whole bunch of different places.
John Crump Live, John Crump Games, MLN, GOA.
Yeah, he's got more jobs than a Jamaican.
Yeah, I do a lot.
You're right, exactly. And big shout out to everyone.
Yeah, you know what?
Go ahead.
I was going to take a little time off like this week, and on when the guidance letter dropped, I was like, damn you, Hank Strange. And people were like, what are you talking about? It's like, Hank Strange cursed me like 2 years ago when I said I was going on vacation. He's like, you're never going to be able to take a vacation. Something's always going to happen.
Yeah, man. No vacations for you. No vacations for you. So listen, we are going to talk about the year in review, 2022. Good stuff, bad stuff that happened. You guys let us know. But I encourage everyone out there, smash the thumbs ups. Ring the bell, all that kind of stuff. Let people know that we're on live. You can join us. You can hang out. If you're out there and you want to hang out with us, let us know. I'm going to do a few shout outs, John, and I'm going to get to a question that Lola wants you to answer. Let's see here. I'll take a look. Shout out. Smash Time is out there. Shout out to Smash Time. I see him out there.
One of the best songs ever recorded, All Star, was recorded by Smash Time. And I love his music that was in Shrek.
Not this Smash Time, but Vanessa Kitty is also out there. Shout out to her as well. Edward Andrews is out there. Vanessa Kitty says Happy New Year. Edward Andrews says Happy New Year. So there you go. I think Smash Time wants to know if we're going to SHOT Show. I'm not going. You going? SHOT Show?
Hell no.
Hell no. There you go. And DCG44s is joining us. He says, I hope I can remember how to do this. Happy New Year, everyone. So there you go. From him, we got Jay Loafers also joining us. Shout out to him as well. Let's see who else we got in here. And if I'm missing anyone or missing questions, just ask again and we will get to it. There you go. Motorboater is out there. Shout out to him as well. Let's see. I'm trying to go through. I see Ham Radio 2.0. I don't know if he's coming on or not. He might be live. I think Ham Radio might be live. I'm not sure. Let us know. And Vanessa Kitty says Hank's channel is the first live channel I ever found. So there you go. All right. So now Um,
I think it
that
was the first live channel.
no, no. Lots of people were going live, but I used to go live all the time. I used to do it on the main channel, Hank Strange, which we still put up gun videos on, and then we started getting the shadow bans and all that kind of stuff. So we're still doing a YouTube / Hank Strange, but we split off to Who Moved My Freedom, and we were doing everything here. And then YouTube says that we cannot hold guns, so that's why we're doing everything on Utreon. Ham Radio 2.0 says he goes live in 2 hours. So there you go. All right, listen. So Lola wants me to talk about the big news of the year with you, John. What do you think? What was your biggest news? What do you think biggest thing that happened this year?
The biggest thing that happened this year was the growth of John Crump News, which you can find on YouTube at John Crump News.
How big is it? How big is your channel now since you brought it up?
It's still tiny. It's getting around like 41,000.
Did you say 21 or 41?
But yeah, 41.
41. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. That's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. That's
it's
big.
still tiny.
No, that's big. You'll hit 100 soon enough, man, and you'll get one of those silver plaques from YouTube. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you could send it to me and I'll blow it up.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Or we'll shoot it up or
Yeah.
something.
No. No. My whole goal is to get that silver plaque, and then I'm gonna
uh,
give it to my son because he wants one, and then
okay.
I'm just gonna quit
Oh, really? Don't do that.
and just ride off into the sunset.
Don't do that. Lola says, bruh, I'm talking about 2A news. That's from Lola. Um, so hit us with the
And
2A
it's all
news.
about two-way news on that channel.
Well, what was the biggest one? Do you think it's
Right.
Bruin? Do you think Bruin
Bruin.
was the biggest?
Bruin.
Okay.
100% Bruin. And it's not
Okay.
even the concealed carry. It's the part of Bruin that I think is like the biggest thing
Mm-hmm.
is the knocking down the elimination of the two-step test, intermediate scrutiny, getting rid of intermediate scrutiny, saying that's not a thing. That is the biggest thing. More than a concealed carry, it's intermediate scrutiny because that's going to knock down tons of gun laws. We haven't even begun to see that go into effect yet. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the whole CCIA is going to come down because of the two-step test is not a thing. We're going
Mm-hmm.
to see probably assault weapons bans and magazine limitations and all this other stuff
Mm-hmm.
being knocked down because the two-step test is not there anymore. That's the big thing. People miss that when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
For Bruin, it would definitely be like I would guess the biggest news.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So here's my thing though.
that
So how long exactly was Bruin up this year? When did it go up? When was the Bruin decision? I don't remember. Was that
uh,
March or something, or before that?
yeah, no, it was like June.
June. Okay, so since June, so it's been up 6 months. We haven't
Yeah,
really seen any
it's
real positive effects of it yet, right? We've seen states
yeah,
try to
you
go
you won't
around it.
see it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you'll see states go around it, but you won't see it for about a year to 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Courts are slow.
Okay.
But I do think that you'll see that. I think you're going to see some positive traction all over the place. I know
Mm-hmm.
we were at an event, a secret event,
Mm-hmm.
um, at the Bohemian Grove, or something
No,
that looked like the
don't
Bohemian
even
Grove.
start those
Uh,
rumors. I didn't go there.
no, no, but like they
Yeah.
had a few lawyers there that
Mm-hmm.
spoke that actually argued cases in front of Congress and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. Not Congress, sorry, the Supreme Court and stuff like that. And they explained to a lot of people of
Mm-hmm.
how the process worked. And
Mm-hmm.
I think people seeing how the process worked is
Mm-hmm.
something that I think it opened up a lot of people's eyes. I knew how the process worked before, but as of someone who sat in there, and were you? I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Looking at how the process worked, did that clear up things to you, and why we haven't seen like a massive overnight effect?
Um, did it clear up stuff? you know, I don't know. I think I learned more about the process, if that's what you're saying. I think I did learn
Yeah.
more about
Oh,
how
and one
everything
of the people
goes.
that spoke just texted me Happy New Year. So
Oh, okay.
Happy New Year's. He's probably think he might be watching.
Yeah, okay. Shout out to whoever's watching. I think, it helped me understand a little bit more of how all this stuff goes. And I think, I think it was like this decision that we saw to me, and I saw Vanessa Kitty said it was the third best thing decision in her life. I think this was the one. Well, I don't know. Maybe we got a couple of things out of Trump, right? Of the Trump administration. I think this was one of the good things that we got out of the Trump
Oh yeah,
administration.
definitely.
Personal opinion, right? That he got to put these people on the Supreme Court. And you could see that Biden is obviously going in the opposite direction. So for this, regardless where everyone is at with Trump, I'm kind of like over Trump, but I give him respect for putting these folks on the Supreme Court. The thing that was disappointing, but I kind of knew going in that decision coming out wasn't going to immediately change everything for the good. If anything, I kind of realized, like looking, I don't know how much people look at all the, the sausage making or the stuff that goes on with the Supreme Court and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So, yeah,
Yeah, it's very interesting. If you look
yeah,
at like the Heller
mm,
decision didn't have immediate ramifications, but it has since
yeah,
then. It just took time for
yeah, for
things
it to
to
go.
actually get wrapped up.
Yeah, and you
Uh,
guys
and,
and
and
folks are benefiting from the. You're talking about the original Heller, not the new Heller that happened this year, right?
yeah, the original Heller.
The original Heller, and so there's folks now in D.C. can carry concealed easier, right?
Yeah, that was the Wren decision, the
Oh, okay,
concealed carry in D.C.
okay.
The
So
Heller
Heller.
decision was banning of handguns,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
which, you know, think about it now.
Mm-hmm.
How many states are trying to ban handguns? How
Mm-hmm.
many look? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
It
understand.
basically changed that to, oh, we can't go after handguns now. So, oh, handguns are the problem. It's this other thing.
Right, right. Let's
But
see.
back
Oh,
then, you got to
mhm.
remember, the Brady campaign was known as the Brady campaign against handguns or something originally.
Right. By the way, we got Kevin Dixie's joining us. Hold on a second here. Let's see if we can. I could throw KD in here. Boom! Look
What's
at that,
going on?
Kevin Dixie.
Who is this?
I
Who
know.
is this sexy brother in the middle?
Well, John Flattery will get you everywhere. Um,
Yeah,
I appreciate you acknowledging the sexy one that's on the
yeah.
set.
Let's
I
make an
do.
Oreo right now. Hold on. Let me do this right. This way it needs to be.
Are you
Boom.
switching up?
There you go. That's a.
And,
That's.
and, and just remember, I didn't say it.
It's okay. That's
I
okay.
didn't
You're
make
safe.
it.
We can say things that you can't. It's okay.
Yeah,
Oh
I
boy.
had a very, very racist show one time.
Uh oh.
And the funny thing was, I was the only white guy on there. And I just sat there, kept on saying, remember, people, I'm not the one saying any of this.
Was it
Who was
your
that? That was
show?
you, Kevin. It was my show. It was Kevin Dixie. Who else was on there? Kevin?
Oh, I
Argo
don't know.
J.
Oh,
Marvo, yeah, it was a bunch of us on
Tony
there.
Simon.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I
Uh
remember. I
oh.
remember that show, and yeah, that was a good one. We went in. We went in for a good long minute.
Oh. So, I
Oh
mean,
my God.
that's good.
A
So,
minute. It
is
was
that
like
a
an
good?
hour.
Is this a good
Yeah,
thing or a bad thing? I'm trying to.
that was a good thing. You got to get
Oh,
the
okay.
conversations out there. John,
Oh,
John
okay.
has an audience that needed to hear it, and
Hmm.
we shared the message.
Okay. There you go. All right. There you
Yeah,
go.
it was supposed to be like, hey, Kevin, let's catch up with Kevin and
Hmm.
Tony Simon.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
And
careful
then
with
it
social
turned
media.
into a whole nother thing. I lost total control of it.
You know what? I think I remember this because I remember someone trying to get me to go on that thing, and I remember looking at it, and I was like, "No, thanks. I'll let those guys I'll let those guys go. I'll let those guys go and do their thing. I'll stay out of it." I
Yeah, I
think
was like,
I
okay, I'm just a
yeah.
passenger on my own show right now, so I'm just gonna,
It's called the takeover. You got bum rushed.
yeah,
That happens
So
basically,
sometimes.
yeah.
yeah. By the way, Lola was throwing that up in there. I think what is this? Lola says in a 5-4 decision, the court struck down the laws definitively finding that the Second Amendment protects an individual right to possess a firearm for self-defense in the home. So that was the what you call it,
Yeah,
Heller. That was
but
Heller. That
what
was
I'm talking
Heller. Yeah.
about,
Hmm.
but the most important thing that came out
Hmm.
of Heller is the common use.
Okay.
You can't ban things in common use.
Okay. All right. Cool. What was the Heller one that happened this year?
That was Heller wanted to own polymer. Oh no, that was the magazine one.
Okay.
That's another Heller thing. The
Okay.
magazine one. The DC had some strange law where
Hmm.
you couldn't have more than a certain amount of rounds on you, even if it wasn't in the magazine.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. By the way, if everyone sees a countdown there, that means like right now it says 6 minutes. So in 6 minutes we're gonna take a little break here and we're gonna come back and all that kind of stuff. So just stick with us. And I know we're gonna talk to KD here as well as Crump. Lola says around 10 o'clock, High Point Firearms will be joining us with some news. So there you go. Just so everyone
Yeah, they're
knows.
one of the companies getting sued by Buffalo with every other company basically
Oh
in the
yeah.
world.
Yeah, that's not the news though. That's not
Hmm.
the news. That's not
No.
the news they're coming to talk
Are
about.
you
No.
Canon 2.0?
Yeah, I mean, I thought you should be up on this. You are the news guy, Crump.
Maybe I am.
You should
Maybe you
this.
just don't know.
You should be ready to break this. I told you you're not gonna be able to rest. So you should be able to break this. Okay, listen. So let's ask KD. He just came in. Let's go to KD here for a second. Boom, KD, what's up? Haven't seen you in a little bit here.
Yep, man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Glad to be back on. Glad to be chopping it up with two people that I have a high regard and
Yeah,
respect for.
yeah.
I've been good, man. I can't complain. I've been back in the country for about 4 hours now, so forgive me if I look a little groggy. But I just got back in town from a little travel and uh, reflecting on the year and getting prepared for the next one and enjoy some time with the family and kind of brought this year to a good conclusion and looking forward to what's next.
Okay, okay, very cool. So you were out of the country, huh? Can we find out where you were at, or is
Oh
it
yeah,
top
not
secret?
not, not top secret government
Hmm.
stuff.
Okay,
I wind up was on a cruise, so I wind up hitting Cozumel and Belize City, Belize, so Mexico
okay,
and Belize, so Central
nice.
America, Mexico, and
Yeah,
back home.
yeah. And Lola says Katie has lost a lot of weight.
I'm trying. Thank you for
Hmm.
noticing, Lola. Thank you for noticing. I am
Yeah.
trying as I
Your head is you still got a big head though.
let me tell you something. The reason I carry a gun, all right, the reason I carry a gun is because I understand I am going to be better off beating an assault case with a gun, with shooting someone, than
Hmm.
I am with headbutting them. I don't want the charge assault with a deadly weapon. Okay, so I avoid that at all costs. The size of my
Okay.
cranium is abnormal and it's unfair, and I don't want to ever have to use
Okay.
it. I just don't. I
Okay,
even
let's
got
see.
like extra hook in the back. It's like this extra shelf. I mean, it's a thing, man.
Oh, okay. Walter. Oh, I see Walter's trying to come back in here. Let me see if I can take
Oh,
it.
let me hit my. Let me hit
No,
my.
you're unmuted. Yeah, you're unmuted.
All right,
You're
I'm
you're there.
unmuted. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right. So there you go. So Walt, you're joining us here in the middle of all this. I was just about to. So John Crump was telling us what he thought was the biggest news of the year, and I was about to ask KD what he thinks, and then we can go. We can go to. We
Hmm.
can go to Walt. What do you think was the biggest news of the year, KD?
For like news period, like
For the
across the
gun world.
globe.
I mean, yeah, for the gun world. Let's see. What do you think it was?
Biggest news.
If you say the same thing as John, we're gonna we're gonna have to go to the worst news with you. But let's
Biggest
see. I'm
news.
curious.
I already claimed Bruin.
Oh yeah, damn it, John! I didn't want
Oh
you to
well,
tell
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
If he got
Yeah,
all right, so I'll steer away from that.
yeah,
All
he
right,
got
since
Bruin. He
you're
got
gonna be
Bruin.
the news guy, I'll go to more of the. But no, you did say news, so I can't go that direction.
It could be
Um,
it could be anything. It could. I mean, it doesn't have to be laws. It could be maybe a cool gun came out or whatever you think. Other than Bruin, I think a lot of us would agree Bruin was big. So
Bruin was huge.
yeah.
Actually, it might seem funny, but I'm gonna be very specific about a
Hmm.
thing. I
Hmm.
actually think one of the best pieces of news
Hmm.
in a very very twisted way
Hmm.
was the um, let's say, I don't. It's not a ban yet, but the
Hmm.
proposed rule if you will, against pistol braces.
Okay.
And I believe that that was a very, very bad thing, obviously, for obvious reasons. I mean, I'm preaching to the choir when I say we know it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, very, very good. And unfortunately, we have to take some of these things that everyone can connect to. Like, you don't have to be a scholar to say that I want to be able to put a brace on whatever I want to put a brace on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I saw a lot of positive energy coming out of that, where everyone's looking at the ATF saying, this is screwed up. So once again, we had this proposal come out that showed a lot of unity and alignment
Mm-hmm.
with people that wanted to be gun owners. They kind of casted aside political differences for a minute. They threw aside, what's your favorite meal? They threw
Mm-hmm.
everything else aside. Like, hey, the ATF now is a problem, and a lot of that had to do with the amount of people that went out and bought um, AR pistols and
Mm-hmm.
AK-47 pistols and things like that.
Yeah.
And then when you start telling them like, hey guys, I know you're new to this gun thing.
Mm-hmm.
You've only been in it for a few months or maybe a couple of years, but guess what? Hey,
Mm-hmm.
that gun you're really excited about, you took all your cousins to go shoot, it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
illegal in 6 months. And I think we got everybody on the same page.
Yeah, I think it was a slow burn, but I don't know if the other guys would agree. It really came into its own in 2022. You guys want because I think a lot of people were. I think we were talking about it before that, but a lot of people didn't realize that it was for reals. I don't know what John
No, they
thinks
were
about
still
that.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
Yeah.
with the bump stock thing. They were
yep.
still
Yeah.
kind of like, oh well, the bump stock, and I know a lot of us when the bump stock issue happened, we're like, all right, it is. I don't care how you feel about the item itself. We still have to protect it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same. It's along the same lines of saying, I really don't like 1911. So if the government wants to take them, fine. Like, you can't look at things like that. That's it's not the way it works. But now we see them going out the pistol braces. So I hate it
Mm-hmm.
because I don't like our government agencies overstepping their boundaries and trying to create their own.
Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms. Yep, by the way, don't forget to smash those thumbs ups out there. We appreciate everyone smashing the thumbs ups. Leave your comments, all that kind of stuff. Share this if you can. If you guys haven't noticed already, yes, we do have a countdown. It's up there. We got 20 minutes before we go to the next thing. John, you were going to say something because the brace thing has been out there for a while, and you brought that news to people.
When I first started talking about it, people were like, "They're not going to go after braces. This is all made up." I was like, "No,
you almost got
coming."
beaten. You almost got beaten and kicked out of the 2A world. Don't try to like play it down. I don't know if KD is aware of this. I know. Walter is, but are you aware of that, KD?
That John almost got kicked out the 2A world?
Yeah, he almost got tarred. In fact, am I lying, John?
No, you you
Well,
were there supporting.
John didn't call me and tell me. I had no idea. Why, John? What did you do? Did you sleep with somebody else's wife again?
No, I broke the news that the ATF was going to go after pistol braces before it was public.
Yeah, when did you break this news, John? It wasn't 2022.
2 years ago. It was it was I think 2021, the day after Thanksgiving, when my article dropped.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it was really bad out there, man. I had to talk some people who we won't mention, but I had to talk some people off the ledge of tarring and feathering him, and
yeah,
I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding at all.
They thought it was clickbait, and
yeah.
I think a lot of people owe me apologies.
Yeah, I think, and what it is that, it's what I always tell people that's valuable about John. John does, in my opinion, he's not doing this for the money or anything like that. I think that he was trying to help the folks out there in the gun world who spent a lot of money buying this. Like Katie said, there's millions of these things out there. I don't know if we've all agreed on the number, but there's a lot of them out there. Yeah. So we can get into how many do you think are out there, Walt? We'll start with Walt. We'll see what John's probably got the number, but let's see how many Walt thinks is out.
That's a tough one. I would, I would probably say 15 million. Let's say
15.
15.
Ooh, 15 million. Okay, KD.
15, 1 5,
Okay.
1 5.
Okay, so Walt says 15. KD, how many you think out there?
I don't disagree with my man Walther, but I'll go since I feel like I'm playing a game show. I might win something. I'm going to go with 12 mil.
Ooh, 12 mil.
Come in under
he
me.
went,
Come in under me.
Yeah, I'll
okay.
come a little
Hold
bit
on a second. Let me see. Okay, KD went lower, which I was gonna do. See, I've said before 60 mil because Guns and Gear told me. Mr. Guns and Gear said it was 60 mil.
No.
But I know people have told me it's not. So it's not as crazy as 60 mil. I'm gonna say there's probably. I'm gonna go with 25 mil. I'm gonna go with 25 mil. John, do you know the actual number, John? Or you want to tell us what you think it is?
I can get to the closest million,
Okay.
and pretty damn close. Probably to the closest couple 100,000,
Right. Okay.
but I can't say for sure because my information is about like 6 months old by looking at
Mm-hmm.
the majority of the companies of what they've actually sold.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 3,994,000.
Oh, damn it!
3 million?
3.
No, it's about 4 million. About 4 million. About
About
4
4
million.
million?
What?
All right. So what the hell do I win?
Yeah, you hear between
That's
3
a-
million and 40 million. That's what people say, but it's
Wait!
around 4
You
million.
can't go. Wait, hold on. People said it's between where and where?
3 million and 40 million.
It's not 4.
How
Yeah,
can it? That's a big wide gap. You can't have between 3 million and 40
Because
million.
no one, unless you know like how many people have sold, then it's kind of hard to tell. I know estimate. I mean, I kind of know a little bit about what like certain companies have sold, and roughly around 4 million is probably where the number is.
And
Now,
that's
are
not
we just
that's
doing-
not taking into account just people buying their stock and sticking the brace and putting it on their own stuff. That's actual guns manufactured, right?
Mm.
No, that's braces. That's the total number of braces manufactured.
You're
is
talking
around
about
4 million.
manufactured 4 million. Okay, but so why is it between 4
Yeah.
million and 30? I mean, I think that makes me right. I think
Because
that makes 25 million the right
because
number.
companies because companies when asked on podcasts they threw out like random numbers.
Yeah. When people ask me how many
No,
this
I'm
and that I've
serious.
made, I never give anybody numbers how many stuff I've made because it's none of their effing business. So I'm
Like how many number certain people were asked on podcast, well, how many have you sold? And certain people said like we sold around 40 million, which isn't right.
Okay. The gun world, the gun world overestimating. Alan Powell says the real number. Alan Powell, the real AP. He says 6 million is the number to go to when you're making up numbers. So there you go. Yeah. I think it's got to be a big number. It's gonna be. Listen, I think if it's 3-4 million, that is a big number, and that's a lot of Americans to become felons at the stroke of a pen or whatever the hell it whatever the hell it is.
Yeah,
That's gonna happen.
the FDA, the ATF claims 3 million. Certain companies claim 40 million.
Mm-hmm.
But unless the biggest companies in the country of making pistol braces aren't really the biggest companies, and there's some shadow companies out there making them, it's around 4.
Around 4. Okay. Interesting. Walter,
I would put money on that. I would put money on
that number. Okay. So Walt, what do you think was the biggest news? Cuz John has the Bruin.
Yeah,
and Katie has braces.
It's hard to beat the Bruin thing.
I'm glad I went forward. I'm glad I went first.
Yeah, because that's the spoiler for all this stuff, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
it's hard to say. I knew the brace thing was going to happen years ago. When braces first came out, I said, "Holy, you mean they're letting this, you know,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
even as abominable, as nasty as those first AK braces were, those big fat plastic things. I was like, I didn't want to touch them because I thought they were going to flip on them right away and start.
Mm-hmm.
And then after it went on and on and on, I'm like, okay, we got to make something like that too. So, um,
Yeah.
but I don't know. There's
The
been a lot
braces
of
came out ugly. Let's be honest. Who thinks the braces came out and they were cute?
Dude,
Because I don't.
yeah.
They came
Remember
out
they
they,
were
ugly.
nasty. They were
remember
nasty
they
when
was-
they first.
They were what was the one of the first popular ones? The Blade. Remember it was just the or the shot. What was that thing called? It was the one that's like
The
a shark
shockwave?
fin.
No.
The
not Shock-
Shockwave.
Yeah. Was
No,
it? No.
the first one that came out was a big rubber thing that snapped over
Yeah, the
your
big
arm.
rubber one came out first from.
The first one,
Go ahead.
The
SB
SIG
Tactical, that sold it to SIG, and it was known as the SIG brace.
Yeah.
brace. Yeah, the SIG brace.
Yeah.
Um,
That was ugly though.
I
That
think
was
Kevin's
ugly.
talking about the Shockwave.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
shockwave. Actually, well, I know it's YouTube, so I can't show you, but I think I got an old gun and there one on it. But
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I got something. Well, you know what? I lost mine in a boating accident. So.
I trolled the ATF once with the made the internet mad.
Oh,
because I
Jen
had-
Champ says the CAC. I think I remember that.
CAC.
Yeah.
Yeah, the KAK actually doesn't make the Shockwave. The KAK,
Mhm.
which is the Shockwave, they actually have the exclusive license to sell it.
Oh,
They're
okay.
like the exclusive distributor of it.
Huh. Okay, so I see some people saying tailhook brace. I think the tailhook brace is actually good looking.
Jailwork looks like it belongs.
Yeah.
It is good looking, and Safety Harbor
Yeah.
Firearms is always sold out of them. Ask me how I know.
I-
Jesus.
I haven't had a tail hook in a year because
Oh Lord.
a year ago they were hard to get, and I just never got any more after that. It was always
Yeah.
and the price went up too, but that wasn't the main reason. But we still
Yeah.
make our tail hook adapter, and people still buy those, and they
Yes.
find the tail hook. Yeah.
And Liberty Cave says way back in the 1980s there was a brace for pistols. Anyone remember that? I think
I don't.
Was that a brace or was that considered a stock? Like what?
Braces didn't appear until those first SIG braces appeared on the market.
Yeah.
There was no brace before that.
Well, that's there was a short-lived pistol brace that got approved
Mhm.
back in very, very early 80s. That was basically just like it wasn't like a brace. It was basically like a forearm rest. You couldn't. There's no way you could shoulder it, and it was for like revolvers and stuff like that. And then in 2000, I think it was 2012, we saw the first pistol braces that went on like ARs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So Walter, do you have a thing? I mean, you could tell us a bad thing or a good thing that happened in 2022 if you want.
It's hard to pick. Well, aside from Bruin and aside from
Maybe you think like a new Glock or something that came out in 2022.
oh, that kind of stuff. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as a new Glock. A Glock is a Glock is a Glock. So
I'm being facetious.
Well, there might be a new Glock coming out very shortly.
Yeah.
Oh, like that might be a rifle. That might be
yeah.
that might be a semi-automatic version of what we saw the British using
Oh, you're talking about the
in the
Glock
military
AR?
trial.
The Glock AR?
SA-80.
Yeah, and there might be a bunch of them already made.
Are any of them coming to the United
I'm
States?
just guessing.
Are any of them coming to America?
I'm just guessing that they're being made in the United States.
Oh,
yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, if you make them here, you don't have
Yeah,
to go through all
in
that.
Georgia.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I'm literally 1.2 miles from their front door right now, and I'm gonna be over there trying to get some eyes on some things. I've been behind the scenes a little bit. I'm gonna see how far they let me go.
Listen, you know what? Like Glock did announce that they're what was it they're coming out with? The G47 or what the hell was that Glock that I
Yeah,
saw?
what is it's? I just call it the 19 long. It's
Yeah.
kind of what it is. But
Yeah,
what is the model? I think it is G47, isn't it?
I don't know. Someone will
They
tell
made
us.
it for Border Patrol, I believe it was, or Division of Homeland Security, and I think Border Patrol was the one using it. And
Mhm.
I believe it's a 19 grip, basically with a 17 slide. I think if you
Yeah,
summarize it easily, but
yeah. I
was
saw.
making
What is the name of the dude that wears short pants on TFB? Jim? What is that guy's name? You know who I'm talking about.
James Reeves.
James. Yeah,
James,
James. Yeah,
James Reeves.
James.
James Reeves.
Yeah, I saw him talking about it. You know what? And by the way, I'm a Glock guy. I have a lot of Glocks. I'm not getting rid of my Glocks, but I'm not in a rush to get new Glocks. I like getting old Glocks, like I have a Gen 1 and stuff like that. But you know what? If they put out an AR that has Glock on it, I'm gonna get that just for the props. Oh, what do you guys say? Would you get an AR with Glock on it, stamped on there?
I
I
would buy
would.
an AR. I would buy a Glock AR for the exact same reason that people should have bought a Gen 1 Glock when it came out in the Tupperware. I would buy it and put it up.
Yep.
And
Me
just
too.
hold it.
Me too.
Just hold it.
John?
Well, I just got myself a budget AR-10 from F1 Firearms. So
Oh, please.
Um,
You
Budget.
say budget and
Yeah.
F1 in the same sentence, John. Your budget looks a little different, buddy. You
Yeah.
said budget and F1 Firearms in the same sentence.
Right, yeah. What was it, budget? It was like $3
nah,
grand?
nah, a little bit over.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Right.
No,
Which,
I didn't pay for it though.
oh, okay.
It was a gift.
Oh, well, bless you then. That's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
That was definitely budget then.
Yeah.
Well, definitely
Yeah.
a bu-
I,
definitely.
wasn't- I can't afford. I can't afford that if I was paying for
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. So hold
But
on.
no, no, I
Mhm.
don't think I will get an AR. I mean, like a Glock AR. I mean, it would be kind of cool to have it
Yeah.
for the lulls, as the kids
Mhm.
say,
Okay.
or for the collectors
Mhm.
type stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, I got right now. I'm a little bit over 150 ARs, so I don't think I really need another one.
Oh, so you're okay. So you're running out of space in your special safes in your secret basement that only Kevin Dixie's allowed to visit.
Dude,
Yes.
uh, I forgot Kevin's been to my little shanty.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
Shanty.
Yeah, Shanty. I like how he underplays everything.
Oh, and because I'm not going to put the man's business out there, let's just say
Oh, put it out there.
he's no, they didn't want to invite me back. What kind of crazy mess is that? I'm just saying, he's extremely humble. I'll just say that.
Oh yeah, John
He's a very
Crump.
humble guy.
Yeah, one of the most humble people I ever met in my life. He'll never talk about all his different things he has going on. He'll never let you know.
No, I would never mention my John Crump News channel.
Yeah,
Subscribe to
that's-
John Crump News today.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say anything like that. Or my John Crump Live, where I do a live
Right.
stream Monday through Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and I have some of the best
Right.
guests on YouTube. And I won't mention that my writing at Amaland or the work I do at a GOA.
Right. No.
Or
absolutely.
you can buy pop, or you can if you go
Good boys.
to gibsongo.com/997, you can donate to Scouts. I wouldn't mention that either.
No, absolutely not. Lola says PSA Jackal and 5.7 Firearms. That is something cool that happened.
Yeah,
I think that's cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard. Like I said, there's besides the Bruin thing.
Mm-hmm.
That new director they have at ATF. That's pretty.
Oh, that was
pretty
yeah.
pretty shitty, and that whole process
Yeah.
to try to bring in the other guy, that likes to stand over dead bodies and take pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Dunk Beetle, the new director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. I don't know. I'm not. I guess I'm drawing a blank. It's just, everything's a kind of a blur. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like 2022 went by really fast. So,
Yeah.
and I know, by the way, Smash Time was asking about SHOT Show, of whether or not KD is going to SHOT Show. Are you going to SHOT?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, KD's going to be at SHOT Show. Walt, you're going to be there. Yep. So there you go. I think that Smash Time says he wants to buy a 50. Do you still have 50s? Walt?
Yeah, we've got a few in stock. I don't think there's any mag-fed ones right now. There's some single shots. So,
Okay, there
Yeah,
you go. Yeah.
yeah.
So Smash Time, if you'll be up there, you can. You know, I'm not. I don't think Walt's actually selling them right
No,
there.
you're not supposed to do that. They get all
Right. Right.
upset about that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know. And by the way, did because I saw I need to talk to Sean from We Like Shooting. I saw that Jeremy of We Like Shooting got banned from SHOT Show. Anyone else see that?
Why is that? What did he do?
Did
Yeah. I, s-
What did he say? What did he do?
I don't know. The NSSF banned him because of something he said on social media. I don't even
Really?
know.
Wow.
Yeah, but they wouldn't tell him what he said on social media, and he can't get unbanned unless he apologizes for what he know. I mean, we're talking Jeremy here, so it could be like anytime he opens his mouth, it could be something that.
So
I
he got
mean,
banned, and he won't be he got banned. He doesn't know why, and then he can't get unbanned unless he apologizes for the thing that he doesn't know he said.
well,
Pretty much.
he probably knows what he said. I'm sure he knows what he said.
No,
He probably
Jeremy.
said,
Though, but Jeremy talks very bluntly all the time. But I don't know why you would get banned for what you say on your own social media. It's not.
do you, Frank? You remember when we were talking about the NSFF and how they were more concerned back when things were getting really weird? And I said,
Mhm.
"Here's the NSF. They're trying to child locks and all this
Mhm.
stuff. They're talking
Mhm.
about that. I get this stuff, and the world's coming to an end. Our world's coming to an end." I was like, "What the hell are they doing?" I mean,
Mhm.
that stuff is all good, but you need to
Mhm.
focus on the really important stuff because the child locks won't do any good when there's no
Mhm.
more guns.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Personally, I don't think that much. I don't really think that much. I don't really like
but
NSSF,
they
so that's my
contacted
personal
you
opinion.
after we said that stuff.
I
Remember
think
that?
so. Did they? Yeah, I think I remember something like that. Yeah.
They were upset about that little that
I think
tirade I did.
I
Yeah.
think I've said several things to upset them, but I've never been banned from SHOT Show though.
No,
That's new.
no,
You
no.
know.
Dude,
Uh-oh.
when I reported when I reported that they
Mhm.
took a neutral stance
Mhm.
on
Oh
red
yeah.
flag laws because they
Mhm.
did,
Oh.
Yeah.
they got really pissed off and they didn't ban me on that.
Yeah.
But they
So
flipped on that also. Then
yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they flipped on it because
They got pressure.
right.
they got a
Yeah.
lot of pressure.
Yeah.
They weren't too happy with me, but they didn't ban me.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't really think that much. I
Hold up, we're
honestly.
going to the break.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point.
Too. That doesn't matter.
All right, so check it out. We got to let some of these guys go here because we're at the 10 o'clock hour. So I'm not sure. Let's see. I think KD. Well, listen. Let's let John go first because John's been here for a while. John, before you sign off, you want to tell us anything?
No, I'm not going to say to subscribe to John Crump News on YouTube or John Crump Live on YouTube. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say read my stuff over at Amaland. Go to crumpy.com and support GOA and be sure to neuter and spade your pets.
Okay, all right. Thanks a
Nothing to
lot,
say.
John. Thanks a lot, John. Really appreciate you. Happy New Year to you and the family, man.
Happy New Year and Happy New Year, all you guys too. Walter
Oh,
and
yep.
Yeah,
Mr. DK. Oh,
DK?
Katie, sorry.
DK.
Okay, I'll
Just
take
joking.
it.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
I'll let everyone
Drift
imagine.
King, from
Okay.
Fast and
Hey,
Furious
you get-
3,
Oh,
man.
I thought you meant like Dixie Kings, but okay, that's fine.
I mean,
No,
you
Drift
can-
King. Fast
no,
and Furious
Drift
3.
King.
sorry, it's a family show.
Yeah, okay. All right, bye, John.
All right.
We'll let John
See
go
you
before
guys later.
his phone is about to die.
Happy New Year, everyone.
All
Happy
right,
New
John,
Year.
I'll talk to you, buddy.
All right. And then let's see here. Now I got to rearrange everything. Let's see. We got to put Katie in the middle here. Katie, it was good seeing you. I know that we probably need to wrap up with you as well here. We need to get you to. I think, we haven't had you on the show in a while, man. I'm always we're always talking about stuff, and I'm like, man, I wonder what Katie would think about this thing or that thing. So we need to get you
man,
back.
You gotta just invite me on. I would be happy to come on.
Yeah, absolutely. What's going on with you before you get out of here? Tell the folks.
As far as well, as you can see behind me, there's a different studio situation going
Yes,
on.
I see. You've
So
improved,
thank you, sir.
upgraded. Yes.
We are definitely going to be. Well, I already am. I think we're probably just 7 or 8 videos into using the new
Mm-hmm.
studio here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be new production. I should be having 3 videos dropping a week, every week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And we're going to work on doing 2 live videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The Real NOC on YouTube. There are already videos up there. A couple of them. One where I'm telling gun owners how they kill children. That's interesting. You should go watch it. And a few other videos, a couple of reviews up there, like versus first AR-15, the BAR-15, and stuff like that. Um, that's that with the production stuff. We have the Greenwood project is open, so we should actually be shooting on that land in about 3 months. So
Okay,
it's
cool.
it's moving forward. So we actually have
That's
a range.
that's the new range and everything, right? For folks who don't
Yeah,
know. Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be able to start
Mm-hmm.
utilizing that property, and we should have kids out there doing programs by late spring. So
Mm-hmm.
right when kids start getting out of school, we'll start having them going out there. They'll be learning how to garden and farm and maintain land and all this stuff. So we'll small start, but we're going to start using it for its purpose
Mm-hmm.
immediately. And that's really the big push, man. I'm going to be cranking out a lot of content with the new studio. Doing a lot of content all over the place, and I decided that this year I'm going to become every politician's worst enemy. So there's that. Um, that's about it, man. Just being the same old me. I do plan. Oh, and the nootherchoice.com. I want to make sure everybody
Mm-hmm.
goes over there and shop. I will be pushing a lot more of apparel and stuff like that, and I'm going to really be babying YouTube. I think I put up 8 videos. I've been abysmal with my YouTube. I don't even use the channel. I do now, but I think in 8 videos we grew like 1,500 people in two
Okay.
weeks.
Cool.
So apparently people like the content and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
Instagram and YouTube would be my 2 biggest push with Facebook as a backup.
Sweet.
But yeah, that's about it. And look forward to all the gun reviews. I think we have 36 gun reviews in the book that we're writing up now. So we should have gun reviews cranking out. I got 2 instructors under me now. So we'll be developing those guys. So they'll be putting out content as well, teaching tips and things like that. We'll be doing it. A lot of that content on our Patreon. So that's patreon.com/NOC. And you'll also get exclusive content if you subscribe to the Instagram. You just hit the little subscribe thing. So those guys and myself will be putting up some exclusive training content and behind the scenes. And we're going to allow our YouTube audience to, not the YouTube audience, I'm sorry, the guys that are on the Patreon and subscribe, they're going to be able to choose they're going to be able to have an input on when we release what video and what they want to see. So you'll have kind of like creative control in what the channel does. So that's
Okay.
what we're
Very.
doing. And I
Yeah.
didn't say I had to do at 10 o'clock either. I don't appreciate being pushed off of here. I
Oh.
did.
Oh, sorry. That's what I assumed because I know we got like different people coming on.
Yeah, different
My
people
bad.
coming on.
So by the
I was,
way, Ice Everything is shouting you out here. He says my good brother KD, and he also gave us $5. He says, KD, I've been watching you. Your daughter made my heart melt. So there you go.
oh,
The
thanks, man. I
sweetness.
appreciate that. All right,
Yeah.
thanks for helping out Hank with the channel. I appreciate that. Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
should go check out that video. Everybody should go over there and watch the channel.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter gives a 3-minute lecture to kids about firearm safety. It's pretty cool.
Awesome. Yes. Shout out to the entire family, your son, your daughter, your wife, everyone out there. And yeah, man, we'll be seeing you back over here. So by the way, smash the thumbs ups to everyone. Big thanks to Kevin Dixie. And when's the next time you go on live on? I know you go live all the time on Instagram. When's the next time you're doing that?
What is today? Today's Saturday.
Yeah.
I knowing me, let me catch up on social media and see what politician says something stupid.
Okay.
So
I
probably
agree with you on that. By the way, I'm with you on that. We should hold all politicians accountable, even
hell yeah.
even if
I
they're
would
in
say
our party, especially if they're in our party. By the way.
I would
Yeah.
definitely probably say Tuesday, if
Mm-hmm.
not tomorrow, but definitely Tuesday, even around 7 o'clock on a YouTube or Instagram. I'll announce it on my Instagram. But
Mm-hmm.
keep up because we'll be saying things. And Walt, please make sure you got the candy on deck, brother.
Oh.
Oh yeah, we got to go.
Shut
We'll
you.
get it.
Hey, that's
We'll
why I
have
go
it.
get
We'll
my
have it.
I go get my
We'll
energy
have
over there. They be
Oh
having a good
boy.
We'll have it.
Aren't you supposed to be cutting back? You're supposed to be cutting back, man. Come on now.
I am cutting back. That's why I'm waiting the shot show to get the candy.
Oh, okay. Alrighty then. Okay, listen, Kevin, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate you, brother.
No, thank you guys,
Happy
man.
New
You guys
Year.
have Happy
All
New
right.
Year to
See ya,
everyone.
Kevin.
Everyone out there,
Yep.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year,
Yep.
man.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Let's. All right, so there we go. Hold on, I gotta switch some things around here. Boom, Walt. There you go. By the way, Walt, I know you had some folks over there at the house. Are they still there, or did they leave?
No, they left. They
Mhm.
they were heading to another house to do the New Year's thing at. So
Oh, okay.
that was my friend Sean and
Yeah.
and William, the British person who's in town right now. So
Yeah, we've done some videos with him, right? I'm pretty sure I put the videos up.
you haven't done it with William, no.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I thought we
No,
did.
but we might be doing something. He's here for a month. He's in town for a month.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
we're probably going to do a little. They've asked about the MG42. So
Okay. Okay.
I got to see if I can get that all worked out. So
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Shout out to Whammy Gunslinger. I see him out there. He says Happy New Year, fellas. So
Thank
shout
you.
out to him. And Jen Champ Jr. says Happy birthday, Walt. So
Mine's in February.
yeah, there you go.
But
well,
I'll
you know
take
what?
it. I'll
Yeah.
take it. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, we should say, speaking of birthdays, Chrome Vandium
Oh,
was born out into the world. We should shout out our friend Babyface P. He had a baby.
No, I can't do it without permission. I'll show you that picture that I modified.
Yeah,
from
I don't
Van.
know. Well, he did show it on his social media, on Babyface
Oh, he
P
did-
social media.
the one that I did, or just no, not the one that I.
No,
modified.
not the one that you did. I don't know if we could.
I
show that.
won't do that. I won't do that without permission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you guys go to Babyface P, let's see if I can pull it up. If he has it there on his social media, then we could probably talk about it. But on his social media, he's got here. Let's see. I'll throw it in. Baby boy was born to Babyface P, and his name is Chrome Vandium. For anyone who wants to know, there you go. Boom. He's got an alien head right now, but I guess that's how it
Yeah.
goes when that's how
A
it
lot
goes
of them
when
come
you're
out
born.
that way. A lot of them come out that way. Yeah.
So congratulations to our friend Patrick, Babyface P. And he's a daddy. He's joined the fraternity of fathers out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep. No more night vision for him.
oh boy. Not right now. Well, knowing him, he's gonna figure out a way to get like night vision for like baby night vision or something like that. So you know how that goes. Okay, look, joining us, we've got Rod Mills joining us.
Rod Mills, you're
There
still
you go, boom, Scorched Earth Firearms. What's up?
10:00, man. I heard after a certain hour, Rod's got to hit the rack, man. What's up with that?
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Yeah, that's
All
called he's an old
right.
man. Look at all that gray hair of Rod Mills.
Oh yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Absolutely, yeah,
Oh,
we got you. We hear you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you guys doing? How's it
Good,
going,
man.
Walt? Happy New Year to everybody, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, merry belated Christmas and all that stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's been a while since I've been on here.
Yeah, it's been I think weren't you on the show like at least a month ago on Utreon? Something like that. I remember you coming on. But we haven't been here on YouTube for a long time, so shout out to all the people who are watching us right now out there. Smash those thumbs ups here for YouTube. So this is YouTube / Who Moved My Freedom, or WMMF, and this we typically do it over on Utreon because Utreon lets us hold guns and all that. YouTube has a policy against that, and if we hold guns, then they'll pull us off the air. So we do it live on Utreon, then we put it up here. But we were asking folks out there if they want us to come back to YouTube, even though we would be under all of those restrictions. So let us know. But we're still putting the videos up here. Yeah, we can hold knives. I guess that's fine. We just can't show guns. I can run in video of guns, I guess, if we want to. Lola says
this is way more than a knife.
So everyone is shouting out Rod Mills right now. Jen Champ Jr. says Rod Dog in the house. There you go.
What's up, guys?
Chris Bullis says Rod Mills. There you go. Richard Monder says Rod. Richard Monder, I think, is gonna. Richard Monder is gonna be in the States in March.
March, he says, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Jen Champ Jr. says make some coffee. Do you drink coffee, Rod?
No. I
okay.
actually, I used to drink coffee as a kid, and for some reason, as an adult, I don't drink coffee. I just, I get up early in the morning, man, and everybody's always wondering how I can get up so early and not and be up and early and at them. But yeah, I don't do the coffee thing.
Yeah, Lola says it's past your bedtime. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, if you don't stay up late, getting up early is not a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm normally in bed about 9:15 to 9:30 every night.
Oh man, I'd be up at 3 o'clock in the morning if I did that. So I mean,
that's kind of ridiculous. That is kind of ridiculous.
That's all right. What else? You know?
Yeah. So, by the way, what is everyone drinking? Lola, I'm gonna take a sip. Oh, look, check that out. By the way, look at my GOA cup right here. Can I show that off for a second? Can I be terrible? And boom! Check out that GOA.
Boom!
GOA cup right there. Boom! There you go.
I got some.
Oh,
I got
water.
Some Dixie
water. Oh wow.
Dixie.
Walt, we know Walt is mixing something with Red Bull. We don't know.
This is water in here, but this is this a bit of Red Bull, just a little caffeine, you know.
Okay, a little bit, yeah. I think Lola spiked this. Let me see if I could tell what she put in here. Oh, that tastes like. Is that rum? I think Lola put some rum in here. There you go. So, tastes like some
Walter.
rum.
Yes, sir.
I'm waiting for my my suppressor to come back from ATF, man. So
okay,
I'm hoping I'll get it at least in January because I put it in on the 5th of July. So hopefully I'll
maybe
get it back soon.
Did you do the electronic way?
Yeah, I did electronic. Yeah. So I got my SBR back in about I would say it was about 45 days. So I'm just waiting on that. I got a dead man suppressor coming back.
Okay.
And once I get it back,
dead man or dead air?
Oh, I'm sorry, dead air.
Dead air. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sandman.
I'm sorry, the Sandman.
The Sandman. Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm as soon as I get it back, I'm gonna go ahead and put a 22 suppressor in, and hopefully I'll get it back by the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this will be the Sandman will be your first, right?
Yeah, that'll be my first. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And I went to Guns and Gear. He had a video on how to to submit and everything for my SBR. Man, everything came back smooth, and I was cool with that. Cool. Now, I did have to do some repairs on my BMW, which is why, Walter, I am not the proud owner of one of your guns yet. So as soon as I recover, and get out of the little debt that I'm in, I'm coming your way, bro, my man. So
because I think you were talking about a Keg 12 or something. Is that what
yeah. Oh, so as a matter of fact, while we're on that subject, I was gonna get the Keg. I'm actually still going to get a Keg 12 from you at some point. Now, the one thing I wanted to know is if I wanted to put a stock on that Keg 12. I know I got to go through some form of ATF. Is it Form 1?
Okay, well, the regular Keg 12 is an AOW. Okay, so that's a $5 tax stamp. If you want to have a stock on it, then it's going to be a short barrel shotgun. So that's a $200 tax stamp. Yeah, and once you do that, if you go $200, then you can put a pistol grip on it. You can have a stock, folding stock, whatever you want on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they do make a shoulder stock for that K12, right?
Well, what do you mean, like a regular old stock?
Yeah, just a regular old stock.
Oh yeah, because they're based on Remingtons
Yeah,
and like
it's
that. So
yeah.
yeah, I've got some actually. I make you a really good deal, Rod. I got a couple.
Yeah.
China,
So it's either the Mossberg, it's a regular Mossberg
well,
or a Remington. So whichever stuff you can
what
get
we
out there.
have
Yeah.
what we have in stock still is basically Remingtons.
Oh, you got Remingtons.
So
Okay. 12
yeah,
gauge
but I
or 20
12,
gauge?
oh yeah 12s.
12s. Okay.
I don't know if we've got a 20. I'd have to ask the boss.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have a couple. I made a couple SBSs, short barrel shotguns, on the Chinese knockoff of the Remington, and I make you a real good deal on that, Joe. Real good deal.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And they're I built them a few years ago. They're brand new. They're unfired. They're sitting in a box. They just and I'll be honest with you, the Chinese knockoff of the Remingtons run just as good as the Remingtons do. So that's something to be aware of. Save you a couple shekels. So,
okay. Are those all 12 gauges, Walt? Or you have any of those?
all
okay.
12s. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
I don't know if I gotta see what we have. If we have anything smaller still, I don't think we have any 410s or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'd
Because
have
some
to
of
ask
those
the
are good
boss.
for like squirrel hunting, man. I need to take out some squirrels around my
22, dude. At 22.
Okay, I guess.
You need a shotgun. Come on, man. You must improve your aim.
I don't want a 12 gauge him. I don't want a 12 gauge him, but
I mean, it would be much needed with a 12 gauge left.
Yeah, I have shot some of them with 22s. Like I have a suppressed 22, but
Yeah,
I want different methods. Okay, so we've got about huh?
Now I was gonna say, what do you have that suppressed 22 on? What is it?
I've got a few, but I've got a Smith & Wesson M&P 22, the handgun. And that I can put a can on there, but I've got like pretty much all the 22s. I've got Glock that's in 22, and I've got the Taurus, the TX 22. I got a whole bunch of different 22s, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a Smith & Wesson somewhere, so By the way,
it must be nice just to have shit just laying around.
Oh, Rod, if I could show you what I'm sitting around right now.
Don't pull anything out. Don't do it. Don't show anything.
You got to go over to Utreon with us, and I'll show you what
Yeah. Remember, we're not on Utreon right now.
No.
Listen, we've got about 25 seconds, so we're going to take this break, and we're going to come back. Big shout-out to Randy Peacock. Anybody else out there joining us needs a shout-out, let us know. Smash the thumbs-ups. Come on, man. We should be getting more thumbs-ups out here from the folks that are out here, so hit those thumbs-ups. We appreciate that. We're going to come back and ask these guys some questions. And we still have High Point is going to be coming on. We're going to be seeing some cool High Point stuff coming on here before the show ends. Break. With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist. Okay, whatever Lola put in this drink, it's pretty strong. It's either that or I'm pretty. It's either pretty strong or I'm pretty weak. But Lola definitely spiked the living daylights out of this thing that I'm drinking.
I was talking to these Hank and Lola earlier, and I was having drinks earlier on, and Lola's like, "I want one of those." I said, if you were here, my dear, you'd be drinking with me. But,
oh yes, she would be. Yes, absolutely. I know how you get down, Walt. So yeah, what I was saying to everyone is, I see everyone saying the yeet. Yes, there's gonna be an announcement. You guys are gonna see some stuff. We're gonna get an official of High Point on the show here before the show is over, and he's gonna come on and talk about that. Lola is saying 2022 crazy event, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. That's not gun related, but so
that. My wife watched that thing every day. I go, she's watching that stuff, and I'm like, it's just it's just gossip TV. It's all it is, man. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was too much. I didn't really,
You know, Rod, after the election, I turned off the news. I don't watch the news.
Oh, really?
And my mind is a lot clearer. Because I see stuff on YouTube, I see stuff here, but I don't need all that trash talk, politics, garbage. It's the same stuff that's been going on for years now, and it's like, okay, enough. I don't need it no more. And it's all propaganda anyway. So I don't know.
I think I'm mostly only going there for the weather. You know, I mean,
well,
to see how the
if
weather
I need to look at the weather, I got like 3 or 4 weather apps right here. I can see every freaking thing. I can see the weather in the smallest town in this country on this right here. So, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
weather. A good weather app, by the way, you have to pay for it though. Is Radar Omega, and that is a freaking awesome app actually. So
yeah. So what was the big news for you? I asked Walter this earlier, but Walter can chime in. But we got Rod on here for a certain period of time. Rod Mills, what was your big gun news thing that happened in 2022? Good or bad, you know, or you could tell us what you're looking forward to in 2023.
Or if it's good for you, stuff that happened good for you, you know.
Truth.
Well, I can say a couple of things here in Florida. For one, they did the red flag, the boyfriend rule, the red flag laws, which is a negative if you think about it.
Oh yeah.
A positive is, and so I'm assuming is that the assault weapons ban was shot down, right? The one that passed through the House
in Washington. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't think they had enough votes or anything like that. So for now,
I remember John Crump said that it was done.
Okay.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, for now.
I just thought of something that happened in Florida that was awesome.
What?
I just thought of something.
What?
That bitch Nikki Fried got
kicked out.
Kicked out.
Oh
yeah. For those who don't know, Nikki Fried during the last election cycle was the only Democrat elected statewide. So, she was a direct agriculture secretary, and the agriculture secretary controls all the concealed weapons permits. And as soon as she got elected, they start. Oh, we're gonna be rescinding people's permits, and we're not gonna give out as many, and all this bullshit started, and it was just typical Democrat anti-gun stuff that was going on, But she tried to be governor, and she got beat in the primary. So, Nikki Fried, bye-bye, baby, bye-bye.
Hey, that is a very Florida-centric one, but it's true. A lot of people didn't. Charlie Crist try to be governor too. That didn't work out.
Charlie Crist, that mofo has been a Democrat, a Republican, an independent, everything in between.
Yeah.
He is a flip-flop king of the world. So.
Yeah, exactly. And DeSantis killed all of them, so
yeah,
I'm glad we got that.
The scary part is still a lot of people voted for him. And that's I seen signs in people's yard in my neighborhood. It's Crist and all the Democrat ones, all in their front yard. And it's like, man, these people are all like, they wanting to take away all your rights and stuff, man. No way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Walter, I believe a lot of that is coming from other states, blue states.
Oh yeah.
And eventually they're probably going to be flipping Florida to blue from red because of all the new people moving in here.
I hope not, man. I hope not. Yeah. If people are moving here from other states because of the crap that's going on in those other states, don't bring it here with you, man. You're
don't
coming
bring
to
your
Florida
shit here,
for free. Yeah, it's bad enough here. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Whammy Gunslinger says Oregon getting some wins fighting against unconstitutional laws passed. This is true. This is true.
I mean, there's been a lot of, for all the negative stuff in the gun world, there's been a lot of positive stuff. Other states getting constitutional carry and laws getting shot down in the courts and all that stuff. So there's been wins for the law. Yeah.
But Walter, the main thing is that they keep defying the Supreme Court, and they still keep doing what they're wanting to do. So
they don't care. No.
Well, like John was saying, that's going to go on for a little while, but at some point here, they're going to have to back off of that because of the Bruin case.
Yeah,
they're going to have to back off of that. Yeah.
All these things are going to go through the courts, and the judges in the lower courts are going to, the ones that have any sense are going to, hey, that's out of my hands now, man.
These states need to get smacked upside the head. So one thing I could tell you guys, and I don't know if you guys are aware of it, and let me see if I could pull up an article on it, but, you know, a bad thing that happened this year is that, what was it, Buffalo came out and decided to sue gun manufacturers. Yeah, so that is a thing that's out there. And from what I know, a lot of the gun manufacturers that were named in that hadn't gotten served anything yet. But that news did break. I know John covered that, and we talked about it a little bit earlier. And I think I posted something about it. So I'm trying to see if I could pull that up and share that with you guys. But yeah, that's a bad thing. And I think that came. One of the things that helped make that happen is that with the Freedom Group, the lawyers for the Freedom Group actually settled with some of these lawsuits.
They rolled over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that didn't help.
Didn't they overturn the protection thing about not being able to sue the gun manufacturers? That went away too, also, if I'm not mistaken.
Did that go away? I don't think that went away. I think that Biden is pushing for that kind of stuff. But did those protections go away? Someone out there who knows? I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's law still, so far as I know. No, that didn't get overturned that I know.
Well, laws don't matter to the Democrats unless you're trying to unless you're trying to take away their right to kill babies or something like that. That's the only time they get upset.
Right.
So
yeah. So far as I know, that has not been turned over, but you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Because that was a funny thing with the elections here. I don't know if you noticed, Rod. The only thing the Democrats had to complain about was abortion. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Exactly.
is that really an issue? Is that causing bacon to be like $10 a pound?
Yeah.
Really?
Here's the news I was talking about right here. I just put it up. City of Buffalo sues gun manufacturers, calling them a threat to public health in a lawsuit. So, and there's a whole bunch of companies named there.
I hope these well, anyways, don't roll over and expose themselves and pay these people off. I mean, that's just like, I just, you gotta fight this stuff. I mean, unless you fight, or they should all band together. I mean, that was the thing I was thinking. All these gun companies are named, are going to have a lawyer, and all these people will need to form a united front, I guess. You know.
Walter, don't be surprised if they just go ahead and settle, because if you think about the lawyer fees and all of that they're paying,
but
they may come out.
The worst thing they could do in the world, that will kill the firearms industry if the firearms industry starts settling those things.
These predatory lawyer vulture bastards, there'll be 150 lawsuits for if they do something like that. Every gun manufacturer in the world will be on a lawsuit list someplace.
Yeah.
So
that is the worst thing that could happen for the firearms industry to start selling those things. I would say that they should fight every single thing that comes out there and then countersue a lot of these cities into oblivion. That's my opinion.
Because the ones that's more dangerous to the public health is the lack of law enforcement or prosecution of these fucking criminal people that are wandering the streets. That's the problem. So
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
The illegals driving around with no insurance, drunk, running into people, killing them. That's the problem.
Killing law enforcement officers.
Well, that too. That whole mantra too. Yeah. So, you know.
Well, even that I think there should be lawsuits about, right? I think when that kind of stuff happens, there should be massive lawsuits against the folks who are allowing that stuff to happen.
Right.
Or, for example, there was a thing in the news where there was a bunch of celebrities that got behind, there's all this bail reform that went through, and then celebrities went out there and started doing GoFundMes and things like that to help people get out on bail. And I think in Las Vegas, they helped this guy get out on bail, and then he shot a waiter in Las Vegas 11 times. So now the lawyer's suing.
All be named in a lawsuit, right? Because they were what do you call it? When you help somebody do something like that, they were.
Christy Tortel says, can't sue cities. We are trying to breach that immunity at the Heller Foundation. Interesting. Well, if the cities are starting to sue people that should have immunity from being sued, yeah, this is all crazy. It's all craziness. But okay, that's interesting.
You can sue cities under the right circumstances, but it's a much higher threshold.
Oh, okay. All right. There you go. By the way, we've got Rob McNealy joining us of Tusc.
Merry New Year.
Yes. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, as they
Merry
say
Christmas.
across the pond.
Happy
Yes,
holidays.
Happy New
You
Year,
know,
yeah.
whatever folks. Yeah. Shout out to Gunmetal Guy out there. Rob, what's up, man? What's going on?
Just chilling, man. I am glad to be hanging out with you guys tonight.
Oh, thanks.
No, I don't. We're pretty chill when it comes to the holidays. I don't really like going out when there's lots of crowds and crazy
Right.
people out. I'd rather just
me
literally
neither.
watch a movie.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe I'm lame and old, but I'm just like, nah. Just when you see all this bad stuff in the news, it always happens when there's a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Rob,
Yeah.
I'm the same way, man. Hey, I'm here in my bunker right now, and as soon as I get off of here, I'm hopping into bed,
Going
put
to
my
sleep.
earphones on because I don't want to hear all the fireworks and everything, and I am good to go.
Hey, Rob, are you getting hit with that snow out there right now?
Dude, it's been rain. We've been raining for 2 days, and it's like 45 degrees. We lost all our snow in the valley, but in the mountains, the problem is we've been I live in Utah, so it's like everybody's been talking about the drought, but it's like, yeah, we've had a tremendous amount of snow this year already, and in the mountains we've been just dumped on, which is really good for our snowpacks and stuff. So, but they'll never admit that the drought's over whenever it actually is over. They'll always, there's always crisis.
There's no money and no crisis. So
there's no money in solving problems.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
But no, everything's going really well, man. I'm actually. I had a really good, and it sounds like maybe I'm dunking on other people, but we had a lot going on this year, 2022, but it turned out personally to end up being a pretty good year for us.
Okay. That's good.
And so I'm ending 2022 on a good note, and 2023 is looking like it's going to be a better note. So I'm actually pretty optimistic.
Okay. Lola is reminding me here. I see Lola said, hold on a second. Let's see. Lola says, Tusc cryptocurrency. What's up with FTX? So of course Rob is from is from Tusc, and that's a crypto. And Rob's been coming on here for how long now, Rob? Like 2 years, maybe.
Maybe more,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's up there now.
Yeah, trying to educate the people on cryptocurrency and all that, And here's the thing I want to say. I'm going to let Rob talk about this because I think FTX is a big story that came out this year. But, Rob will come on and try to, talk to folks about crypto, and everyone will get mad, and then the FTX thing happens. Everyone gets all excited. And they want, and I even had folks tell me, "Oh, you got to get Rob to come on now and talk about it." But this is how it goes with people. So, what's your take on all this, Rob?
Well, my take is when I can win Walther over, I'll know I've made it and I've done my job.
Oh God, good luck with
that's my goalpost now. Like if I can get Walther to see the light, we're gonna be all right. So here's the thing, and I know a lot of people in this audience are not super crypto yet, and I do stress the yet part, because I do believe it's the future. It's inevitable, in my opinion. But FTX is a centralized exchange. In fact, it was actually an umbrella company, which had over 100 subsidiaries around the world. It was run by, and you've probably seen this on the political side. I know you guys get really political sometimes, at least Walther does. The leader,
Shots fired.
So the leaders of FTX, which was what we call a centralized crypto exchange, and it had, I'm going to say it's all one company, but they had this other little arm that did trading called Alameda Research. But really, they were all run by the same people, and there was no division. That's part of the problem here. There really wasn't a division between them. And so what happened is they basically begged, borrowed, and stole lots of depositors' money. So on their investment side, their research house they would literally borrow money and then trade it for people and promise to give them a high rate of return, risk-free, which is always a red flag because that's really kind of illegal and usually impossible. And then on the exchange side, now in crypto, there's three different types of ways you can transfer crypto. You can do it on a centralized exchange like FTX, and that's essentially like a Fidelity or a Schwab. Mm-hmm. If you want to go buy stocks, you set up an account, you move your money there, you buy stocks, they hold on to your stocks. Well, with a centralized crypto exchange, same thing. You send them your crypto, you trade your crypto, and then you're done. You can take it back off the exchange. There's also decentralized exchanges where there is no central party or middleman that holds your crypto. And with the Tusc community, we always advocate for people to either do direct exchange between individuals or on a decentralized exchange as much as possible. The problem is people like these centralized exchanges, and there's a tremendous amount of risk when you put your crypto on a centralized exchange. And so what was happening is Alameda Research basically broke every single financial best practice and financial law in the world. That's it. They broke every single rule in law. This is really not even a crypto problem. It would have been the same if you would have sent them dollars. But what happened is they took depositors' money that they put on their exchange, and they were making big bets with it and losing. And they were playing all sorts of shenanigans, and they lost lots of money betting and gambling with their depositors' money, which is just completely illegal as a giant Ponzi scheme. Yeah. And a lot of allegations are coming out that on top of that, they were selling people crypto they didn't even possess, which is another fraud. It's one layer of fraud under another. Now, why the conservatives and the Republicans and everybody else got this mainstream is Sam Bankman-Fried's mom is both of his parents are like Stanford professors, and his mother is a mega donor to the Democratic National Committee. And on top of that, they were FTX was also involved with, and this is where it gets a little gray because there's a lot of, this is not all confirmed, but they were actually handling donations, crypto donations, and depositing them in banks in Kiev for the Ukraine. So what's happened is, and this is where there's not a lot of proof yet, but I believe that it's probably likely. But what people are pretty frustrated about is Sam Bankman-Fried was the number 2 donor in this last election, only behind George Soros, to all sorts of campaigns. Yeah. And so the allegations are that not only did they steal and borrow and take users' funds, but they may have been money laundering for the Ukraine. And they were absolutely taking stolen funds and other users' funds and donating those funds to political candidates, which probably had some influence in some races. Some of that, the smoking gun's not there yet on some of that, but I'm sure that's going to be forthcoming because we haven't seen all the evidence and the investigation still ongoing. But this is probably one of the biggest frauds in American history, only behind Bernie Madoff.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a quick break here because we've got like 13 seconds and then we're gonna take a break and come back. So after that, we're gonna let Rod go because I know he's got it's past his bedtime. Gun guys, old gun dudes have to go to sleep early. So we're going to we wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO or decentralized autonomous organization like Tusc Crypto. Tusc cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider Tusc, T-U-S-C. All right, so now we're coming back in here. Give me, where did Rod leave already? Okay,
looks gone.
Yeah,
we got another one.
Looks like it looks like Rod dropped out. I was gonna.
Rod got white all of a sudden. What happened?
Dude, that was quick change.
No, okay, all right, yeah, I was gonna give Rod a chance to say what he needed to say, but big thanks to Rod Mills of Scorched Earth Firearms Training. Appreciate him, and good night to him. And so I saw someone.
I wanted to talk to Rod, say hi.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry about that. Well, I don't think he read what I was saying there. I was trying to tell him let's let's take this break and then come back and give him a chance. But big shout out to Rod. Thanks. You know, he's probably already sleeping, man. Right now he's sleeping. And then I saw someone come in and ask, like, what's Rob talking about? So a couple of things. One, as you guys can see right there, Tusc Crypto supports the podcast, which we appreciate that. And Tusc is a form of crypto payment that is firearms friendly. That's, you know, it's not built specifically for firearms, but Rob, you could speak to that if you want to. But if anyone wants to know, this is my opinion, and I'll let all these guys jump in here and talk about this if they want to. But with all the different things that have been happening to us, not just this year and the past years, I think this is something that people should think about, because one of the ways that people out there are focusing on shutting down the Second Amendment and our access to guns is through finances.
Currency.
Yes,
payments.
Through payments, etc. Right? We've seen this in the past. We see it out there now. They're going to take every single avenue. And, you know, I know a lot of people think crypto in general, let's say you're talking about Bitcoin or whatever, people think, oh, there's lots of bad things going on in that. My opinion is this is one of the most trackable things in the world. Right? So if you think you could do bad stuff and get away with it, that's not why I would be interested in it. I think that we need to make sure that we've got backup ways of doing, you know, what we need to do when it comes to the Second Amendment. And Rob, I don't know if you want to talk about that, or anyone else can jump in here.
Sure. Most crypto scams out there involve people being socially engineered, and or putting their crypto on a centralized exchange where they literally are handing the cryptographic keys over to their wallets and their coins over to a central.
That's how I lost all my Bitcoin. Mt. Gox.
Yeah, but you can get that back. By the way, they're starting to settle that out. So put in your claim. If you have a claim from Mt. Gox, you can get some of your money out. They're starting to distribute that.
Oh.
So
yeah, well, all right. So the sucky thing about Mt. Gox is like, oh, you mean the 200 Bitcoin you had with us? That was worth $10 a piece when Mt. Gox went belly up. We'll give you $200 or whatever. It's like, no, MFers, I want Bitcoin back because it's now worth 20 grand a piece.
Okay.
So the whole point is that, for instance, with this FTX thing, Tusc wasn't listed on FTX. No Tusc user was even impacted by this. But the thing is, most scams in crypto are people just doing normal cons that can happen with any money, with any gold, with any dollars. It's not a crypto thing. It's just people being gullible and people putting their crypto in risky places. So if you trade on a decentralized exchange, you can't get scammed. If you hold in what we say self-custody, meaning that buy your crypto, then move it back to the wallet that you control, doesn't go away. There's no one can hack at this point any of the encryption around any of the major crypto protocols like Bitcoin or Tusc. It's basically unhackable. Again, so most of the problems with crypto are people just typical phishing scams and Ponzi schemes, and here's the thing why these things work is because people are greedy. And you tell someone you can get rich quick overnight with no risk.
They're all in.
I'm in. How do I do it?
Exactly. Those are all the red flags. So if anybody promises you a rate of return in an investment, anybody promises you a risk-free investment, anybody promises getting rich very quickly, 99.999% chance those are scams.
Listen, I spoke to a Nigerian prince this morning. That guy sounded really trustworthy.
But Hank, you are my Nigerian prince.
This is true. This is true. Okay, listen. There's a couple of things we got going on here. So let's. Walter, I don't know if you wanted to say something. To add something to that?
No, Rob hit it right on the thing. I said the problem with crypto is there's criminals and there's greedy people. And when the two cross paths, someone loses. So
yeah. Big shout out to DLD After Dark, by the way. Everyone else that's coming in here, shout out to you guys. So let's do this. We've got Dave of High Point joining us, I believe. You might want to camera down.
I want my 10 millimeter.
There
And
you
I
go.
won't
I
even-
need a 10.
There we go.
I got the
Yeah.
high point 10 mil bullpup. I need a 10 mil to go with it.
Yeah.
They're coming.
Oh.
They're coming real soon.
Okay, so
I just got a note from Twitter that says something about parts kits, please. When?
oh boy.
Nope,
Yeah.
Control Q.
no parts kits. No parts kits.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so listen. Here's what we got to do. Let's because we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. Everyone that's gonna be here, stay here for now. I think we're good. But let's, I know there's a lot of people out there that were waiting for Dave from High Point to come on because it looks like some stuff is going on. Obviously, Dave can't show you guys anything here, like, in his hands because we're on YouTube. This is why we usually do, these guys finger guns. This is why we usually do this from Utreon, and that's why I was asking you guys if you want us to come back to YouTube from Utreon, but we can't do that.
Dave,
but
you don't have a picture. You can
I
hold up.
have pictures.
Hank's got pictures. Yeah.
Yes, so I am gonna go to Dave. You guys can ask questions and everything, but we'll let Dave talk about this. So Dave, I'm gonna give you the floor, and then I'm gonna go to the pictures and start going through them. Welcome to the show. Thanks. By the way, so everyone knows, High Point does sponsor this podcast. All right, which we appreciate that, but that's full disclosure to everyone out there. And I'm gonna go to Dave of High Point right now, and then I'm also gonna pop this picture in here. Let's see. Actually, I'll go to the picture. So, right. So let's
Enhance.
All right, Dave. So,
Yo,
what's going on, man? What is this picture we're looking at? Explain to me what's happening here.
well, the simplicity of it all, man. 10 mil High Point handgun. I mean,
All right. Is it more than 10 rounds?
no, it's the same exact magazine as a 10 mil carbine. So you got interchangeable magazines between the carbine and the handgun.
all right.
Exact same mag. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
That's
obviously
awesome.
it's full size.
Mhm.
So this seems to be like the same size as our JCP40 and JHP45 handgun.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously you're looking at this thing, it's not the same. It looks a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the Gucci handguard there?
So
What do we
this
got
is
there?
this is
well,
the big
this-
giveaway. Mhm.
Yeah, what this thing ended up doing is obviously you're seeing some of the YC9, which, yes, we know the YC9's not out yet.
Mhm.
This has
Is
the
this the
YC9 style
Yeager
slide.
cannon?
The Yeager. No, it's like the Super Yeet.
Yeager.
Best
Yeah.
Yeet.
Yeah.
So there's a close up of the of it right there. I'm gonna try to give you guys some more close ups. Let's see. Got accessory rail on there. So is 10 millimeter? When is it coming out? When is it actually being released? Can people buy it now?
They can't exactly get it now, but it should be shipping next week.
Okay.
What?
So, I mean,
What?
from-
Can I get
from-
one?
From us shipping it out, to getting to our distributors, getting to our dealers, really and truly by SHOT Show, people should have these things in their hands.
Oh wow.
Dave, how do I get on the short list?
Hmm.
How do I get on the short list, Dave?
You're gonna be on the short list behind us, first of all.
Right? Yeah, I have more than a few promised out there already.
Yeah, that's number one. But yeah, so I'm showing some pictures here if folks have questions or whatever. So is it only going to be 10 millimeter that's released first in the Yeet cannon, or are we getting different calibers? What's the deal?
Yeah, so right now with this thing, obviously, it is because it's 10 millimeter. So we're wanting to just get the 10 millimeter out there because we've been asked for. I've been with MKS High Point for 12 years, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and I've lost count at SHOT Shows and NRAs. Guys kind of going, "When you doing 10 mil handgun?" And we're just kind of like, "It's 10 mil. It's 10 mil. It's not happening." Obviously, that resurgence, the carbine was a huge fit, and we knew it would work. We know others have made their own 40 cals into 10 millimeters, so obviously we knew it was doable.
Yeah, Iraq
But we
veteran
still
did that.
weren't. Yeah, exactly it. So we weren't entirely sure, though, still if the market would support us that much with it. But as the 10 mil popularity kept going up, it was kind of like, okay, we need to do 10 mil handgun. And the thing about it was, we have been working on the YC9 all this time. It still is, it's stupid close. But while we're still working on that, we have other guys going, well, let's work on this 10 millimeter thing. And rather than let it just be exactly the same as the JHP and JCP40, can we give this thing the more or less the YC9 style upgrades? So that's what you're getting with this thing. You get the more aggressive style slide, not the rounded look to it. It's going to have the same interchangeable front sights with the Glock sights.
It almost doesn't look like a High Point. I'm kind of amazed.
Yeah, no, it really almost doesn't. I had a couple of guys tell me that. They're like, "This is the least high point looking high point." You guys
it
have
looks
done."
better.
Well,
I think the high point DNA is still in there, if that
yes,
matters.
absolutely.
Some people,
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah, I think it's still in there, but I do like the grips with the high point logo, and I like the fact that you can switch out, do Glock sights and all that kind of stuff. What about trigger? Trigger is going to be this trigger that it comes with, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're still talking MSRP is a $225 pistol. So I mean, don't expect to match trigger. I mean, come on.
Right.
What do you want?
Okay, people are going to ask. People are going to ask.
So, did you partner with Geisley for an upgrade? What do we got here?
Yo, it's $225 for the handgun. Hell no, we didn't partner with Geisley. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, so
Timothy, maybe.
Again, it's $225.
Yeah, I think so. There's I don't know. Everyone obviously is going to have questions, so people in the chat can ask questions now. This is your opportunity, or Rob, or Walt, or FlyingRich, if you want to. Here's what I'm thinking. So one, we're talking 10 millimeter. I'm assuming that was just easier for you to get done right now than the 9, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now the thing is, what are we looking at, like, cost-wise with 10 millimeter? Because how many boxes of 10 millimeter are you going to buy before you've already paid for your
you bought another high point 10 millimeter?
Right. I mean, I was talking to a writer today. I think he said he put 40 rounds through it today, and I was like, wow, that was like at least $40, wasn't it? And he goes, it was test ammo, man. They gave it to me for free. I'm like, yeah, but still, that's like $1 a round's pretty common, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah. So no, I mean, but even this thing, just like our 10 mil carbine, this is not the high point for everybody. It's not. I mean, if you're a C9 budgeted person and 9 millimeters all you can afford, you shouldn't even be looking at this gun. It's not for you, But if you are a large bore caliber person and you need something that's, I don't know, like a cabin gun.
I built a 10 mil Glock. I fired 2 rounds out of it just to make sure.
By the way, that is a slide. That's not a Rich. But yeah, so
not a firearm.
Yeah. So I don't know, Rob, Walter, please go in with the questions.
So the threaded barrel, that's a new thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is our I say though the C9s have had threaded barrels, but in the large formats, this is the first time we've done the threaded barrel. And we did a 5.78 by 28, so a typical 45 caliber thread. So again, same as our.
Are you saying there's a 5.7 millimeter coming out? Oh
no. 0.5. Yeah, right. You guys.
Somebody's gonna ask,
man.
You have to do 5.7.
There's no
Come on,
5.7 coming. No, there's no 5.7 coming.
Yeah, you gotta do 5.7.
Speaking of expensive ammo,
yeah.
Right?
I mean, definitely a box of ammo is gonna cost more. No, it's not.
Right?
5.7 is gone.
How many inexpensive guns do you want where the ammo costs more than the gun? I mean, seriously, come on.
That's awesome, though. That's fantastic. Walter, do you have questions?
I'm just listening to this mayhem. That's
okay. So here's a question from DCG44. He says, does it handle full house SAMI loads?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
I personally, I've shot some Corbon, some SIG, I think some Federal. I've not shot that much. I've had one on hand and shot a little bit, but a couple guys have got.
Is there going to be 10 millimeter swag at SHOT Show?
No.
Okay.
I'm not going. Forget it. I'm done.
Save the money, man.
DLD After Dark says the threaded barrel is a nice touch. Whammy Gunslinger says 10 millimeter guru here. To what degree were the guns tested? I think that's a good question.
As far as what I know, is same as the 10 mil carbine is they put anything and everything they could through these guns.
Yeah, you have to.
I know they weren't fired to the same extent because like the 10 mil, if some of you guys don't know or recall hearing this, the 10 mil carbine, they at one point had so much ammo that they had a team of guys just shooting it to the point where they started to melt the actual stock of the 10 mil carbine. So they didn't go that far with this thing.
It does get hot.
I mean, right. I mean, but they've thoroughly tested it with anything and everything they get their hands on. So no, this is a full power 10 mil handgun that'll handle just about anything you're going to throw at it.
Okay, so this is going to have what we expect to be from what we've expected and what we've seen from High Point in terms of like the lifetime.
Yep. Yep, still the lifetime warranty on it. Yep,
okay,
absolutely.
Because I know people will be doing burn downs. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Eric of
God,
Iraq
who can afford
veteran.
to do that? I mean,
Iraq veteran. He's probably ready to do it right now. Bending Ballistic says, "When's the 50 AE coming?"
Once again,
Chamber Defense says will be a great suppressor host. So there you go. I think it will. We'll see. Yeah, I think that'll be cool on suppressors. And Lola says, "You dudes are never satisfied. The man just gave y'all 10mm."
Right.
You didn't hear anything out of me. I'm like,
no, I'm not complaining to you, Walther.
Yeah. No, I'm like, I guarantee. Yeah, you guys have shot the crap out of it because you can't have it go off out of battery on somebody because that's a lawsuit.
Right.
Yeah, you still have liabilities. Obviously,
we have this thing called these predatory lawyers out there now, and it's
right. Always looking for something.
So, right.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Go
ahead, Walt.
No. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, we fully expected that. Like at release, it was like, okay, especially with SHOT Show being this close, that we know most people come up SHOT Show, go, cool, 10mm. What's next?
No,
we're not going there.
Gun guys are never satisfied, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, we should never be satisfied. I expect a 5.7. Damn it.
Some people have unrealistic expectations.
5.7 is not unrealistic. Mike Asper Warrior says High Point 5.7 Elite Yeet in 22 LR coming in 2024. That's his statement. That's not a statement from Dave.
That's
when we get in the 410 model, that's what I'm saying.
Dude, it's still shotguns, man. People ask us all the time for a shotgun, do a pump action shotgun. I'm like, there's a lot of good affordable ones out there. I don't think we can do much in that market. I don't think.
You're competing with the freaking Turks on that,
right?
Stuff.
I mean, would I think our quality be better? Yeah, but can you really compete though with price wise? I don't know.
They give those guns away to distributors
right
now. So
yeah. Okay, so DLD says so there's no ammo restrictions or grain weight restrictions on the 10mm because I assume the lower is still aluminum. That's from
it's a polymer frame, just like our other guns.
Mm-hmm.
It's still blowback action, so you still have that heavy zinc slide, just like you normally do, and the springs to it. But no, it can take everything you can throw at it.
Okay.
I mean, literally, the carbines and the handgun, they're the exact same action, just from a carbine versus a handgun.
Okay.
So no, this thing can take it.
Yeah, so Motorboater says, what's the ammo capacity? Lola's asking me to show the pictures again, so hold on a second.
10 rounds. 10 round capacity.
10 rounds, yep.
10 round capacity, same exact mag as our carbine, so it's interchangeable.
And for everybody that says, well, why you make it bigger? 10 rounds is legal in every freaking place in the world.
Yes.
Right.
There you go. So I'm going to flip through some of the pictures here for people so you guys can see these awesome pictures.
I'm saying something else I'll throw out there too with this thing.
Yeah.
The actual 1913 pick rail and dust cover. That's the first time we've had a handgun like that, other than the YC9, which again is not out yet.
Right.
So the 40 and 45, we had a proprietary rail back in the day, kind of like HK Walther style, that it was pretty much useless. Mm-hmm. Now, like one of my shots I sent you right there, the Streamlight on it, I've thrown a Surefire on it. I mean, you can mount anything to this thing, and you're good to go. I mean. Hell, I've got the Surefire Masterfire set up, so I've thrown that light on there and is able to holster this thing with a Masterfire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not the most affordable combo, but that's whatever. It's the point.
I'm gonna put a chainsaw on it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh God! Somebody will. Somebody will.
Oh yeah. I'm sure.
If someone makes one small enough, that'd be awesome. Rob, did you have any question, comments here? Do you own a High Point? That's a good question for me, but I don't know if
I don't disclose what I own on any public channel.
That's a good call.
Okay, go ahead, Rob. What's your question?
No, when are these going to be available?
I mean, like I said, we start shipping them next week, so within getting from us out to our distributors to dealers, you're probably talking another week tops, week and a half maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So here's another random question. I don't know if this is proprietary info or not.
We're going to take a break. Hold on a second. The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran-owned and with over 20 years experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com. All right, bada bing, bada boom. We're still here. We are going till midnight for anyone who wants to know. We're going here till midnight, so strap in, buckle in here. And if you're just joining us, we have Walther of Safety Harbor Firearms, FlyingRich is here. We have Rob McNealy of Tusc, and we also have Dave Kawaka. I don't know if I messed it up. Did I get it right?
Nope, you got it right.
Okay, Dave Kawaka of High Point here, announcing the new High Point Yeet 10mm, and DLD After Dark says, hey, I'm happy. I think the 10mm with the threaded barrel is dope, especially for 225. Yeah, that's a good New Year's Eve gift from Hap Hunt. So there you go. And Jay Loafers, I think he's referring to this. He's like saying, when he says, good Lord, not this guy, Happy New Year. So that's what he says. Like, he's not, I don't think he's complaining. He was happy. And Jay Loafers was the one who sent me that picture I sent you earlier. Because he was like, dude, what's up with Is this real? What's happening?
This was real.
Are we going to be able to get these from, like, Palmetto State Armory? Who are we getting these from?
Okay.
Probably. I can't honestly recall where Palmetto State. I know we've shipped them stuff in the past, I think. So, yeah. Probably.
What's your big for folks out there who want to know? Definitely your gun store, right? You can go to your...
Yeah, absolutely. Local gun store. I know Sportsman, our superstore, they actually got a full video out. We'll have their buy now links on our website as soon as they've got them in stock. Same with Kentucky Gun Company. I mean, really, but we're going to get them out there fast and hard to everybody. So, I mean, it shouldn't be hard to find these things.
Yeah, Shooting Gallery NE says, dude, that 10mm handgun looks amazing. I want it.
Well, he just sold his, what 10 did he? No, he had a 10mm Glock and he sold it. He needed money, so he might be picking one up because he is a big fan of 10.
And I just threw the JXP10's actual page link in the chat too for anybody that needs to see that or wants to find it.
Oh, okay. Is that? Oh, that's on YouTube.
Yep, YouTube chat.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
YouTube chat? I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either, but
I don't think he can post a link.
Yeah, it may not.
He's not a moderator.
Yeah, it may not be letting you do it, but you can send it to me or something like that.
Yep.
So,
we'll get it going.
What is the weight of that gun?
And I'll
man.
Because my 10mm Glock with no mag in it feels heavier than a Glock 17 with a full mag.
I remember I threw this thing on the scale. It weighed a little bit more than the 45 handgun, but I'm gonna hopefully
I'm trying to go through here and show some different pictures.
Well, I don't have a scale right here, but
49
I do
ounces.
45. Yeah.
49 ounces on the 10mm.
49 ounces. There you go.
The 45 was 35 ounces, and the 10mm, yes, 49 ounces. It's a little heavier.
Yeah. Motorboater says, I'm going to get one with a Trijicon RMR Surefire suppressor with an Andrews custom holster. Go big baby.
Wait, nice. Is there an optics mount on that?
Well, that's the thing I was going to throw out there too. Is this thing? I do things at once here. Because this thing has some of the YC9 features. Yes, this thing has the same rear sight that the new YC9 has. So we'll have a Picatinny rail option, and we'll have actual plate option to drop on there. So yes, you can mount an optics to the top of this thing. I don't have specifics on footprint
I'm going to make people cry.
But that is coming, yes.
Okay, so here you go. Let's see if we can. I'm trying to get this to go bigger. Here we go. I
definitely need the most expensive light, a suppressor, and a really high-end optic on it.
Yeah,
that's not hard.
I see lots of memes in the future, but I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, you guys don't mind that at High Point, I'm assuming.
No, come on.
And a Mauser sawback bayonet about 20 inches long.
What about a chainsaw? Can we do like a mini chainsaw?
Have you shot any of these underwater?
I've not shot these underwater. I've shot the C9 underwater. Did I shoot the 45? No, just the C9. So, maybe I'll try and get that in the summer.
Yeah, there's going to be videos coming. So did anyone get this out there? Any YouTubers get this already? What kind of videos can we be expecting to see? I definitely haven't gotten one yet, but I'm expecting it. I'll tell you that right now.
I can tell you, Sportsman's Outdoor Superstore has their quick review on it.
Okay,
Kentucky Gun Company has a quick review on it.
Cool.
Rangehot.com's throw a couple YouTube shorts out there. And I know there's a couple more that are in the pipe and should be coming out soon.
Okay.
But that's what I know is out there right now.
Yeah. So on this panel, I know Rob, obviously, for his super secret security reasons, is not going to say whether or not he has one or not. Who has a high point? Put your hand up. There you go. So Rob probably has a bunch of them. Okay, I see Shooting Galleries trying to call in, so we do probably have to, someone has to go. So Shooting Gallery, who's ready to go? Rich, you good? Can you go?
You
Rob?
putting me?
I don't know. I know you said you have to go by a certain time before we hit New Year's.
Well, I'll hang with Shooting Gallery New England for a minute or two because he's a buddy, and
all
then
right.
I'll pop off.
Okay. I gotta.
I'll pop off.
Okay, Rob. Yeah, we'll get Rob of Tusc on here in the future. Thanks so much, Rob. Happy New Year. Appreciate you, man.
Happy New Year, guys.
Rob, miss you. Hope to see you on the slopes.
And thanks for the FTX info, because I didn't know the details about that.
Yeah, very good stuff, by the way, from Rob. And reach out to him,
All
Rob
right.
McNealy, if you guys need to know anything. Thanks, Rob.
All right, guys. You have a great night. Bye.
You too.
See you, Rob.
All right, let's see. Let's get Shooting Gallery NE in here, because I'm pretty sure he wants to get some questions in. So, boom, there you go. All right, Joe, what's up, man?
What's up, guys? How you doing? Happy New Year.
What's up? Happy New Year to you.
God damn it.
So, Joe, you buying a High Point 10 mil? What's going on?
Dude, if the High Point pistols were mass compliant, I would buy one by the dozens. Okay.
Oh, you got the freaking roster.
Yeah, the carbines are compliant, but not the pistols.
I was gonna say, what is that? What the hell do they require for mass compliance? I don't even pretend to know.
It has to have a 10-round mag, which it would. I think it's a loaded chamber indicator, and it might be a weight.
The weight?
We're heavy enough, that's for sure. But low chamber indicator, no, we don't have that.
And plus, you have to submit it costs almost $100,000 to get on the roster. And you have to submit 10 guns. It's got to pass a drop safe test.
Oh, no. That's all unconstitutional.
Yeah.
That's all BS, which obviously...
Why do you think I'm trying to leave, bro?
Yeah.
And
good on you trying to leave, though.
The problem I hate to say the problem they have with the High Point is affordable.
Exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That is not racism, but what is it? It's not priceism. What's the right word for that when you discriminate? Priceism.
It's bullshit.
It's discrimination.
It's bullshit. I'll go with.
It's financial discrimination.
Are you telling me firearms are racist because you need ID for that? Because you need ID to vote, and that's racist. So firearms
I almost
must
got
be
delayed
racist
today.
also.
I was so PO'd.
You got what today?
I almost got delayed today because I bought a new gun today. I'm so happy.
Okay. Congratulations.
You should have heard him whining on the chat group.
Oh, I was PO'd. Oh, it took forever because I'm watching the Knicks thing on the computer and it just kept saying research, and then I'm like,
this is at your shop, right?
yeah, oh yeah.
What did you buy? What did you buy?
I bought kind of a gem. I can't
Don't show anything.
Yeah, I know.
This is not Utreon.
I know. I had to stop myself.
Yes,
so
thank
I picked
you.
up a Remington Model 7 Micro 7. It was a collaboration between AAC and Remington and 300 Blackout.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's got the AAC logo right on the receiver, all original. So once I move out of Mass, this thing is getting a can on it the second I get my concealed weapons permit in whatever state I reside in.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. Hold on a second. I gotta follow Lola's orders here. Okay. So, let's see. Christy Turtle, I guess I hope I'm saying that right. Says Shooting Gallery NE. Turtel, excuse me. Christy Turtel says Shooting Gallery NE has the best reviews. Hope to see him review his new 10mm. So there you go.
And she also says that it's classism.
Classism.
Yes,
There you go.
classism.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Chris
one
is
of
cool as hell.
that sounds like one of your fans out there. So
let's be real. A lot of people, minorities, end up with high points.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
And a lot of those high points end up doing things that you're not supposed to do.
They do, yeah.
That's the fault of the people.
Yeah,
So,
it has nothing to do with
those people in charge that own the state of Massachusetts think that maybe you're safer if they know what's better for you. You don't need that gun.
Oh yeah, like they think I should definitely have a fixed magazine AR-15.
It's going to make that gun safer.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
so much safer then, because then you just can't shoot anybody. Then
you can't shoot them repeatedly. You can only shoot them a few times.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I want to get to the point, and honestly, I'm so sad that I sold my high point 45 carbine. I wish I never sold that gun. I just, when it comes to paying bills and getting your car fixed, guns had to go.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say
you can't get on the back of that carbine and get to work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not driving a 45 carbine.
But if you get to work, you could buy more high points.
Oh yeah.
You need to tell your store to order these. You should be telling your boss. Wake your boss up right now and tell him to order these into the store.
I have a funny.
Oh
story.
no, you can't do it. Damn it, I forgot. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have a funny story. So it's Mike, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Dave.
Dave. Sorry,
yes.
I'm so sorry.
All good.
So Dave, I actually got a chance to talk to the owner of High Point actually because I had he was the nicest gentleman I've ever spoken to in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm offended.
Well, next to Walther, of course. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, again, when it came to Smith or West, whatever.
I think we should all be offended by that, but okay.
Did he let you shoot a machine gun?
Not at.
You know what, Walter? You got a point there. You got a point. You know what?
Obviously,
Walter,
not anymore, Walt.
Brutal, Walter.
Yeah, but anyway, we had a customer got all kind of PO'd at me because we have to do compliance work on rifles, so we had to I had to literally take a thread cap on a 9mm and weld it, and he got all PO'd, and he was just like, "That's gonna avoid the warranty." I'm like, "I don't know, sir. This is what we have to do for compliance work. I can't leave the store." He called High Point and got all the way up to the owner of the company, and he called me. And I'm
my gosh!
I'm like, "Sir, I'm so sorry." He's like, "No, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it." And I'm like, "So I'm not in trouble?" He's like, no, it's fine. So I'm like, since then, I'm like, I like them. They're awesome.
No, you'll never get, honestly, a more down-to-earth, nicer group of people. I mean, whether you're talking to the owner or just the ladies that answer the phone, or even if you're calling the MKS side, I pick up the phone.
I was going to say, can I call you or
Absolutely, you can call me.
I'll call you to say hello.
Absolutely.
Hey, what's going on? How's your
Absolutely.
Dave's a good
Absolutely.
guy. He's not going to try to call you over the getting, a 10mm high point at all, Dave.
Oh,
yeah. He's just going to.
Well, no, I'm going to be camping at your booth at SHOT Show.
I know my place.
I'll be there.
Yeah. No, I'm just going to say, you're going to be getting a lot of calls now. So
yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, which is a good thing, which is what you want, right? That's what.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
oh man, because phones is just not. Phones have been dead for a while.
So how do folks over at High Point?
That's an industry thing right now. That's not just.
Yeah, that's it's.
I've talked to another dealer person that said last 4 months has been quiet. So
really that long?
My shop has been so crazy for the past.
We're still busy making our stuff, but it's selling it like retail. People have been really slow. So.
Yeah. The only thing I've heard it's consistently moving fairly well is really high end stuff like $2,000 and up has routinely been moving for a lot of the shop guys that I know and talk to.
So if you're joining us now, I'm throwing up a picture right now. This is the High Point 10mm Yeet Cannon, the next gen High Point handgun. Let us know what you think about it. It's going to be out soon.
Yep.
Get me an early release. I'm going to shoot it underwater in my swimming pool.
I would Cerakote that thing hot pink with Hello Kitty. I would be a.
Oh God!
That would be the best internet meme ever.
There's gonna be so many. There's gonna be so many memes and stuff like that coming out there.
Wait, I know somebody that shot a bunch of high points. What was that?
Oh.
Some small YouTuber. I forget his name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I know someone else that won't be coming over here either anymore, Walt.
No. That's not you. You missed the joke.
No. So let's see. I'm trying
Somebody
to see.
from Texas has a ranch, something like that.
Let's see. I'll get one, maybe two. That's from Chamber of Defense. There you go. Man, I feel bad for all the people in the states that it's going to be tough for them to get their hands on this. That really does suck.
Yeah, it's going to be a few.
Yeah.
It's going to be a few. It's still, I mean, like California, obviously. Illinois still can't. I think Minnesota,
Minnesota?
Really? Yeah, or is it Minnesota or Wisconsin? One of them's got a weird melting point law, too, I think.
Melting point law?
Yeah.
You mean you can't melt your gun?
Exactly.
Real.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Something that's metal and plastic will melt?
Oh, melting. Oh, they might be talking about the zinc, though. The zinc has a little.
No, that's actually the funny thing is yeah, the zinc will melt, but at the same time, you look at anybody's melting point laws, and you throw a Glock at those same temperatures. Guess what? The frame's still going to melt.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. What's the difference with the slide? Yes, our slide will melt before. Yeah, because it's zinc. Sure, our slide will melt, but what the hell's the difference if the frame still melts on any other gun versus ours? It's dumb. It's antiquated crap, but nothing we can do about that.
The formula for thermite is like some mystery. Nobody knows how to make it.
Right.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you want.
I thought they'd like the gun to melt. Then you can't use it.
That's a good point.
That's not wrong there either.
So by the way, who was it that said this here? Someone, I want to get the person. Yannick Stoner says Demo Ranch. That's who Rich is referring to. But you guys know Demo Ranch put out that video, right? I don't think that bothered you when Demo Ranch put out that video.
No, we saw.
Yeah.
It's good publicity, man. Free publicity. I mean,
honestly,
actually, he shot. I forgot what he shot one of the high points with, but it's still fired. He shot it with a 45.
One. Yeah, he tortured the shit out of it, and it still worked.
Didn't Eric from Iraq?
He was like the first one. Yeah, he did one
years
ago, and it was extremely brutal as well. Like at the end of Eric's, I remember they ended up like
melting it.
They fried it. They put it in a frying pan.
No, that was before all that though. They bulged the barrel, and I think they ended up destroying the C9 slide to get the barrel off because the fixed barrel, and then grinding the barrel down because the bulge. They thinned it out and took a 380 slide, put that on place of it, and then still shot it, and it still worked.
Yeah, they did some crazy stuff. I remember that.
Did Eric send it back under warranty?
No, because then they melted it. I'm pretty sure that's the one they melted. But we still warranted it.
I would have melted it.
I can't say good enough things about the customer service at High Point. I do a lot of warranty stuff. I'm a head gunsmith at my shop, and I can't if I need a part, they send it right to me. It's awesome. I don't got no hassle, nothing. It's phenomenal.
Whatever you need, we got you.
Yeah, that happened to me years ago. Before I ever met Dave and High Point sponsored the show, I bought a High Point for $100, 9mm, and it worked great. It worked perfectly. It was used, and here's the mistake I made. I took it apart. And some springs and stuff like that popped out of there.
Hold on, I want to see Walter's eyes very carefully. Can you say that over again, Hank?
I took it apart.
It wasn't the gun's fault.
No, it wasn't. But I lost those springs. I never found those springs ever again. And I called up High Point, and they were just like, "Yeah, what's your address?" And they sent me the parts.
Yeah, I mean,
and I put it back together.
It wasn't a High Point, but I had one of these inexpensive Derringers that used to be on the market. They still are on the market, different manufacturer. And I bought it used, and it didn't work right. I sent it back to those people. They fixed it and sent it back. It was like, what do I owe you? We owe you nothing. Well, because it's better to have a repaired safe gun out there than a half rigged up repaired gun by some homie, you know, and going off and shooting somebody by accident. You know, and it's like.
So in the minute we have left here in this section, Dave, you don't have to leave anytime soon, do you? If you do, let me know. It's cool.
No, I got time for now.
So here's the thing I want to ask in the minute and a half or so that we have left. Someone spoke about like modifications. I know you guys have a thing on that, but do you feel like there'll be people out there doing modifications?
I mean, sure, they probably will. Again, because of the cost of the gun being $225. Sure, but. At the same time, you're dicking around with 10mm. What are you really going to modify? I mean, I wouldn't lighten the slide up at all, because at that point,
No.
you lighten that slide up, you're going to break that thing. I mean, what do you want to do?
Slide coming back in your face.
Right,
Well,
that's exactly it.
You don't want it to start to come back when it's still under pressure and the cartridge bars.
Yeah, so I don't know what exactly you would do to modify this thing. I mean, other than if you really wanted
then cosmetic,
legit
maybe
armor mounting. Yeah, well, if you wanted like a legit armor, milling the slide out for that. I mean, sure, the guys have been doing that for years already with all of our guns. I don't know what else you'd want to do to this thing. I wouldn't mess with much being 10 millimeter.
Okay.
But you said you're going to be making a optics ready, right?
Yeah, we'll have a rail plate that replaces our rear sight system. But I don't know what footprints that. I'll see multiple footprints or one footprint. I don't have that detail yet.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right now, the one we've got works with the Shield RMS.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to be right back.
I gotta get a drink.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com. All right, guys, we're back. I appreciate everyone hanging out with us. If you're there, you're finding this informative, fun, and all that kind of stuff, smash the thumbs ups. I'm looking at it right now. We got 50 people at least watching us live. We only got like 35 thumbs up, so I think we can get a few more thumbs ups than that. You know, I know we haven't been here on YouTube in a while, but we thought we'll do this specially from YouTube since it's New Year's Eve. We are going all the way until we get into New Year's. So, and now I think what I'm going to do, okay, FlyingRich, I think we got to let you go here. You know, especially since, we want to make sure that you're able to go hang out with the family for New Year's and everything. But I really appreciate you coming on, man. Good seeing you again. Man. But thanks so much. Happy New Year's to you and the whole family, my friend.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, buddy.
All right, cool. All right, let's, let me get some folks low. Let me get Joe up in here. Okay. I gotta mute Rich there. Of course, all his stuff is analog. So as soon as he goes, that's what I don't know if you guys heard that. I heard that buzz of him unplugging. That was old school. Whammy Gunslinger gave us $5. Big thanks to him. He says, just to be clear, the barrel is good to go with hard cast lead. That's from Whammy Gunslinger, and that one is for you, Dave. Yeah,
I mean, we've been running that stuff through our guns for years anyways. I mean, not with 10 millimeter, but again, it'll handle anything you put through it. Okay.
Yeah, so there you go.
What about go ahead. I'm sorry, Hank.
No, you're good.
Have you tested it with any the Corbon offerings?
Yep. I've shot some of the Corbon. I couldn't tell you off. It's not here. I've shot some of the Corbon through it. The factory's done. The factory shot everything they could find through it. Sportsman's Outdoor Superstore, in their video, Andrew, he ended up doing some really hot hand loads even, and was running through it, and the gun doesn't care. It's gonna feed it.
You've made the sale with me. Once I'm out of this communist state, trust me. You've made the sale.
We're all laughing, but it sucks, man. I know it sucks for you. I know how much you love guns and all that, and it really does suck that there's stuff you can't get your hands on, man.
The one thing I am blessed is that I was able to get a job in the firearms industry in the state that's this, restricted. So, getting out of college, it was really tough finding a job in gunsmithing, and then it's like, all right, what do I do? And I was blessed enough to get the job at the shop, and now I'm the head gunsmith and all that good stuff. So
congratulations.
I'm hoping, my life has changed a whole lot. So
yeah,
now I'm highly looking at a warmer climate because it's cold as hell up here.
Yeah. We got a question from Alex Parley. He says, why don't you show guns? All the other YouTube gun channels do. No problem. I think that, so when you're live, YouTube has a policy that's still in effect so far as I know. that when you're live, they don't want you handling guns. We can show guns if we're showing pictures or video and stuff like that we're rolling in when we're live. The reason why, now I know there's some people that are going live and still doing that. The reason why I don't specifically do it is because this is one of the reasons why you guys don't see me on YouTube, because YouTube, I'm one of the people that they spoke to personally about this when they put this policy in effect. My conversation had like 3 lawyers on it, and they told me they were watching me, and we saw the results of that on the podcast when we were doing the podcast. Like, if they even thought something, Walter held up a wood stock one time, and they kicked us off. They deleted the video, pulled us off of being live.
What a load of shit.
This is a Woodstock, YouTube.
See, there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there but my fingers.
Yeah.
2A EDU got bumped for a slide.
Yeah. So to Alex, that's the only way I can answer your question. I know for a fact, I asked them actually in my conversation how they were going to do it, and they were like, we're going to have someone watching you, and you could tell. I mean, you just look. My main YouTube channel has 127,000 followers, and we post a video up on there, and we're lucky if we get 2,000 views. We're heavily shadow banned. The only way we get over that sometimes, like I did a video with Sam Andrews, and that's, I think, 400,000 views right now. But most of the time they lock down my videos, so that's why we do everything over on Utreon. And to be honest with you, we would not even really be able to keep going doing this gun thing on YouTube if it wasn't people like Walter from Safety Harbor Firearms supporting us, or Dave and High Point supporting us, and all the other companies that support us here. So yeah, I know it sucks. I wish I could do that. If I could, I would. But
one time we were on and the screen went black.
Yep.
Oh, God. Well, that's so shitty is you're obviously on the radar and they do watch you because, I know I've seen other guys that do live stuff and they show the guns and it's just because they're lucky enough to be under the radar and they've not got caught with it.
Yeah.
It's just what a crock of shit.
So one time we had a trainer on here who's a good friend of mine, and I told him, but I think he forgot. And something I asked him, he wanted to show me how he was appendix carrying, and he got up for a second and drew his thing, and I immediately switched away from him. It took less than 2 minutes, and they kicked us off.
Wow.
They pulled us from being live. So that's how
ridiculous.
That's how I know with me it's definitely not a bot watching me.
That happened to me. I didn't get kicked off, but who was it? I gave him so much crap for it when I saw him. I think it might have been Tony Simon, and he flashes EDC, and I'm like, dude, no. And I'm like, all right, I didn't get bumped, we're good. But then I looked, I'm like, oh fine. It's demonetized. I'm gonna take the L on that one.
Right, yeah. So it's not me doing that. I don't want to do it this way, but this is the way it is. And if you look, like we were talking about what's going on through the year, if you look at the stuff that came out when Elon Musk bought Twitter.
Oh my God.
That's gonna tell you a lot. If that's happening at Twitter, just imagine what's happening to us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Dude, I had just today, Instagram guy or Instagram friend, he was posting about our Senator Rob Portman. He's another, Rhino POS who doesn't give a shit about anything but himself. And he signed into the current $1 trillion bill. And this guy's post just was a picture of Rob Portman and said, "Thanks a lot, Rob. Thanks for thinking about yourself." And I replied to him. I was like, "Yeah, dude's a POS." I was like, I met him at a Trump rally before the 2016 election. And even just meeting him, he just oozed POS politician. And I hit the send button. Instantly, Instagram, this damn thing pops up and says, "Your verbiage is hate." It was like a hate speech. And something else was like, "You might want to change this before you submit it. You could lose your account." I'm like, you got to be effing kidding me.
This was your personal?
Stupid. This is my personal, which of course I'm going to change it because I can't lose it out because of work stuff.
Right. Wow. Well, yeah. That
if it makes you feel any better, Dave, I get banned on TikTok like every other day. So,
I mean, I've luckily I've been on the radar with Instagram with the brands. I've been luckily on the radar of Facebook with the brands lately too. But yeah, that comment, like me personally, I've never gotten dinged. It's always been stuff I posted for High Point. Actually, it's almost always High Point. But yeah, for me personally, for that, I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, isn't Facebook already looking and paying attention to seeing what's happening with Twitter to realize they shouldn't be fucking around like this?
I don't think so.
They don't care.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
No, you're right. They don't. You're right. They don't.
I would agree with that. I mean, Twitter didn't care.
No, yeah.
I got banned on
the
TikTok
T-shirts, the Stay Woke T-shirts.
Yeah.
I didn't know TikTok was banning people. Really?
Oh,
yeah.
dude, I get banned all the time. I have an account warning on my account, and I have,
Which
ironically, TikTok is like my biggest platform. I have 13,000 followers on there, and I literally got it within this past year. Like, it was crazy growth, and I've gotten videos taken down, accounts like warnings and all this stuff, and I got banned for like 7 days for posting a video of literally. I think it was showing off like a. Might have been like an FN57 or something like that. But like when I first started, I showed off me shooting a Glock out of range, and they banned me for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
but yet it's okay that they have some girl who's stripping on there, showing everything off to everyone. That's okay.
Or some tranny,
we don't mind
or
that.
some.
Yeah,
I mean,
all of that works.
honestly,
All of that
just-
works for.
God.
Here's the thing. First of all, kudos to Joe for I know TikTok is a place where you've gotten a lot of growth, but honestly, I don't think we should do TikTok. TikTok is deliberately destroying America.
Chicums, isn't it? It's owned by the Chicums, isn't it?
Yep.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. TikTok in China, they can't do any of this crap that we just complained about in China. But they do it in America because they don't mind rotting our brains and messing us up. Which makes that ironic that even they're coming down on guns and stuff like that. But I believe, Joe, the big reason for that is you are showing people in China guns.
Yeah.
And they don't want that in China. Right?
I mean,
So,
hey, I just love pissing people off, Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I mean, and then for whatever reason, that's one of the things that they agree with, with the other social media companies here in America, and so they're cool with that. But I think, and we've seen this in the news, I think TikTok is really a security risk. So lots of these social media companies are too, in my opinion, but TikTok's probably the worst. So
no, they're all just as bad as one another. But yeah, I think TikTok is on the worst list for sure.
Yeah.
China.
So
China.
I wonder, do you guys one of the things I wanted to do with this show was look forward into 2023. I'll start with Walter. Do you think the social media is going to get better, Walt?
Speaking of China,
oh boy.
you know what starts in 2023? The election cycle, motherfuckers. So you're going to hear China, and you're going to hear all this stuff, and the orange hair. Bless his heart. I'd rather have him as the president than this asshole we have right now. But it's going to be, and it's going to be this. It's going to go right back. He's going to be in the Russian, Ukrainian prostitutes. It's going to be Monkey TV again. It's going to be the whole thing, all drug back up. January 6th, revolution and all this bullshit.
Oh, you're talking about all the Trump stuff's coming back up.
Yeah, it's all going to come back up. It's going to be on every day. But he's back on Twitter now, right?
Is he?
Is he? I noticed.
I know that Twitter unbanned him, but I don't know if Trump is actually posting on Twitter.
Well,
yeah, because he's still pushing that
Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know, but
shit.
Yeah,
it's going to be this shit show for 2 years.
By the way, I get banned on Truth Social. Do you guys know that? Or not banned, but I get blocked. Seriously.
What the shit?
I'll show you guys something. So I posted this. Here's what I posted on Truth Social the other day. I posted this thing. So this is a post for, Biden signing that $1.7 trillion spending bill in St. Croix, right? So I posted that on Truth Social. This is what they did. Content under review. This truth has been sent to moderation for review. So they literally blocked my post, and this is all it was.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
why is that a problem with Truth Social? I don't get it.
Because you're showing a picture of Biden on Trump's social media.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what it was. Maybe because I put pimpin' in there. Maybe because there's some girls.
Wait, is it true or is it Truth Social?
Truth. TRUTH.
Oh, Truth Social. Okay.
Yeah, Truth Social.
Yeah, shows you how much I pay attention to it.
Yeah,
I'm the same way.
I think it's nonsense, but I'm on a bunch of different social medias just to have alternatives because I have gotten kicked. I have gotten my Facebook channel, my Facebook page deleted in the past, and I've also my YouTube's been deleted. So, So,
yeah, I still lightly kick around on Vero, but it seems pretty dead, kind of. And Parlor never seemed to recover. And
Parlor's dead.
Never recovered.
So what do you? I don't know if we want to continue with that question, but let's go to. Go ahead, Walt.
So. Yeah, 23. So we got election cycle coming up again. So that whole garbage thing will start again, and all all the he did this and he did that,
Mm-hmm.
and then what else? So then, of course, the gun stuff will get even worse. Well, no, after January something, they don't control the
Congress.
House of
Congress will be
Representatives.
Republican,
but come on, there's
But I
still a lot
don't-
of pieces of
I
shit
don't.
in there.
I
They
don't
care
trust
about
any of
us.
those jackasses. 'Cause
No.
they,
well, look at the big
Big-
battle going on right now with McCarthy, man. McCarthy still hasn't like actually gotten that spot yet. He's
they-
negotiating
the
to get that
Republican-
spot.
the Democrats always come together, and whether they like each other in person,
Either
or not,
you come
they always-
together or you come apart. I don't know.
They come together and they make life shitty for everybody. The Republicans can never come together because they're always fighting amongst each other, and
Yep.
it's
Well, because
just
half
like
of them are rhinos, anyways.
Yeah, well, that's
It's
what I was
just
going
like-
to say. McCarthy is not the best example of a Republican, in my opinion, either.
Well, I equate that also to the Second Amendment folks too.
Mhm.
They don't never come all together. Everybody doesn't join in there's always little groups that are fighting for their little cause.
Yep.
And there's like
Exactly.
instead of having a
It's-
united front, and
Mhm.
all just putting away that stuff in
Mhm.
public and have a united front, they just can't never seem to do it.
Well,
It's almost like it's you're back in high school, and it's just,
Yeah,
oh my
right,
god,
there's
yes.
cliques,
It's so
there's
clicky. Yes, it's all these damn
and
cliques.
it's like that's not what you want
No.
when it comes to protecting the
This
Second
clique's
Amendment
okay
and
with
fighting
this
for it.
clique.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well,
This
it's the
clique-
same
okay,
in the
this
gun
clique-
world.
This clique's not
These
okay with
group-
this clique. I mean, you just
Yeah.
like
These guys won't talk to this guy because they're not friends with him, and da 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 da.
there's
da.
there's a lot of elitism, I think, amongst the gun folks out there.
oh, it's a metric shit ton.
Yeah, but one of the things, a lot,
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
HK Glock, yes. Sig, yes.
Oh,
yes.
trust me, I was getting a leather holster made for my Glock one time, and the guy came in. I was actually at Sam Andrews, and he was making a holster for me. And this guy said, "Oh, what gun are you making that holster for Hank?" And he said, "Oh, Hank's gun is a Glock." And he was like, "What? That's not even worth a holster." And I was like, what's your thing? And I guess
I'm
he was
still looking
he,
for,
he was a SIG guy. He was a SIG guy. That's a funny thing. Sam Andrews makes high point holsters. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get a
listen.
nice leather high point for that 10mm.
Yeah.
I can't even get a holster for my Ruger P85. Okay, it's the most
What?
accurate gun I shoot. Yeah, no one makes a holster for it. It's like
Well,
that gun is like
it's old school. That's why.
Did you
Yeah,
ask?
old
Did
school.
you ask Sam Andrews? You should ask him.
no. I'm looking
Yeah.
for in the waistband. If he makes an in the waistband one,
Yeah.
then maybe
Ask him.
I might.
Yeah.
I might check him out.
If he has the blank for it, he could do it. But you know what? That's a good question though for Dave. I think.
Please.
What's up with blanks, Dave? Because I think.
Please. Try to give a chemo some water.
Yeah, I think that you guys making blanks for for the yeet cannon? Like how are people if people need
Oh,
you know
you're
what I'm
talking
talking
for holsters,
like the dummy guns and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah,
because the holster
I'll be
makers
honest.
are going to need that.
I'll be honest. I don't have a solid answer for that at the moment.
Okay.
I know like Safariland's reached out about the YC9, and they've got enough available. Just send them a YC9.
that is amazing.
Pretty much, really, if any holster shop wants to do a holster for it, we'll just send my gun to do it.
Okay.
Because doing molds isn't always the best. Depends on what your holster is going to be. But if any holster shop wants a gun or wants to make a holster for it, just hit me up. I mean,
okay. Well, I know. So I don't want to make assumptions for like Sam Andrews, but I know from making videos with him, it's pretty like his process of molding the leather and everything could be pretty brutal. But I'll check with him and see like if he could do it off the gun or whatever it is. But there's someone out there's got to make dummy guns for this. So I'm assuming that like there's companies that make those blue guns and all those different
I think Blue
things.
Guns actually. I think Blue Guns has done some a C9 and then the 40 cal for us.
Okay.
Long time ago, man. Damn.
Yeah.
Hell,
Yeah.
even with the 3D printing technology now, you could. I don't know how hard it would be to 3D print like just a mold of one, but
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, that gets into the whole like the tolerances, and it all depends on the holster people though, how specific they want it to be. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
So,
I can see that. Yep.
Yeah. I'm putting up something here from Brasscatcher. He says Sam Andrews says Duncan's in Bay City, Michigan makes his his dummy guns, blanks, whatever you want to call them. Dan Hates You says Seek. I think that Seek Holsters makes P85 in the waistband holsters. So there you go.
I want to get a T-shirt made that's like a silhouette of a P85 that says Perfection under it, like the Glock Perfection, but it has a
That's
Ruger
hilarious.
P85 Perfection.
Okay. Yeah, Glock totally won't sue you.
I mean,
Right.
you know,
I don't know.
it's an idea. You know,
They used to be very sue happy, but we can avoid that one right now. So let's see So Dave, what do you think? What's coming in the future? We got some stuff from Walt. What do you think?
Dude, I honestly have no
2023.
idea. 2022, honestly, for me was enough of a roller coaster that I have no idea what 23 is going to do. I really don't, man. I mean, industry wise, you know, it's also weird and off. I want to see that change. I want to see that pick up. You know, I don't know if much political climate stuff can happen to change that. I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I got nothing. Sorry.
No, that's cool. I understand. Go ahead, Walt. You want to say something?
I don't to pick up business unless in the past, whenever that's happened, there's been a big shooting and they're going to start banning magazines. Or a big shooting and they're going to start banning this. And that really hasn't happened around yet. I mean,
which
good
God, not like we want that kind of shit either.
Yeah, they've been hell bent for the bump stock thing that went away, boom. And then they've been hell bent for leather for the braces because that's so awesomely scary. When why are you going to worry about having an AR-15 pistol where you can have a Glock pistol with 30-round magazine? It doesn't make a whole lot of.
Oh, they're going to go after that. They're going to go after
concealability.
Bullets, from what I hear, coming out from guys. Here's the thing I want to. So Dave, I understand. Like I'm dropping this on you, and I know this might have legal things. So if you can't answer it, I think it's fine. But I just want to ask you since I have you on here anyway. Did you hear the news about Buffalo, New York, and them suing a bunch of companies? Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard that. Like I heard they were throwing in like. I heard it was kind of a case they're throwing like everything at the wall.
Yeah.
To see what sticks. Like every brand is damn near in there.
I think you guys were included in there. Yeah, is there any official statement from you guys out on that? And or have you guys even seen any kind of legal stuff on that yet?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I think that's what I heard from other folks, that other companies that were mentioned in the articles out there have not even received any kind of legal things from these guys. But, is that something that you guys are thinking about yet? Because I think when the Freedom Group, got sued and the insurance companies that are, in charge of that actual Freedom Group thing, when they settled, they really opened up a hornet's nest for the rest of the firearms industry. Is that something you guys think that is one of the things, like the dangers looming out there in the future?
Oh, absolutely. That's all. I mean, when that shit happened, that absolutely put our lawyers were all going, oh shit. Watch out for this. Watch out for this. I mean, hell, the last thing, Daniel Defense getting attacked for the social media ads that our lawyers came down and I don't want to say like neutered our advertising a bit, but they were like, play this shit really safe for a while. So we are. I mean, you look at our posts. I don't say much more than what the gun is. I can't. I can barely even put the model numbers or even physical numbers in my post because then Meta sees it and thinks it's a fucking price tag or something. I'm trying to sell my shit. No, it's information. It's factual information. So no, all my social posting has been very, very watered down, neutered. And it's just, I'm trying to, at that point, just do a cool picture to get your attention.
Yeah.
And go, there you go.
Yeah. I would suggest don't even put in a caption when you make a post.
Yeah.
So it's kind of what it's getting down
doing
to.
all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even you can't even tell, hey, somebody's got this on sale. You can't even say that.
No.
It's like, I just show the thing and nothing.
And I'll tell you something. They're going back years.
JXP10, that's how everything's going to be. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're going back years because Instagram hits me for years ago and Facebook hits me for years ago. And we can't even delete that stuff fast enough. We don't even have the time.
Shit.
Yeah.
For a while, we were going to hit Instagram, and I was screenshotting it and then resharing it going, oh, look, Instagram, you made 4 years ago safer now because you removed our stupid post. I mean, it's so dumb.
Yeah. So my
Okay, start.
advice for people out there posting stuff, and listen, all of this depends, and Joe could probably speak to some of this too, but all of this depends on what social media platform that you're posting on. But I would say for Instagram, put up a picture, don't even say anything. Just put the picture there and let it go.
Really.
That's exactly all my JXP10 stuff that's going to drop here in the next few days. That's what it'll be. It'll be a picture of just a gun. I'll probably barely even say what model it is. Just say, yep.
Yeah,
the people, Dave, if you need a bigger dude to model the 10mm, I gladly will do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
he's bringing sexy back.
The people looking at your stuff are going to know what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think that's the way to go, and you can say what you want to in the comments and stuff like that, so if people ask questions. But I think specifically on Instagram, and let's realize that the algorithms now know exactly what you're posting. So they know that anyway. So you post a picture of a gun, they know that anyway. So one of the things I've taken to doing on Instagram is actually just, I'll just put up words. I won't even put words. I'll post pictures of words. So I'll say something and just post a black background, white letters. And I'm able to go further, seriously. Because
that's crazy.
Even if I throw up a gun and I don't say anything, they still know, hey, that's a gun. So we're just dealing with all that kind of nonsense. Okay, so Lola wants to know, where was this here? Hold on. Lola's sending me, she says, New Year's resolutions. We'll start with Joe. You got New Year's resolutions. What are you looking forward to in 2023?
2023,
which is about 15 minutes away.
Yeah. I had one cluster, of a 2022.
Yeah, you and me both, man.
And I'm gonna do everything the opposite. I'm for the channel wise. I'm gonna do as many reviews as I can, many videos as I can. I'm gonna start doing a lot more trade shows because I get to see like my family, almost my 2A family, whenever I go. Like this past year, I got a chance to go to the Second for Everybody diversity shoot and got to hang out with Tony Simon and all the guys at C and Jeff AO and a bunch of other awesome people. So I'm gonna try and do Great American Outdoor Show this year. I'm trying to do a lot more events.
There you go.
Oh, hell yeah! All right, Dave.
I'll be there for the back half.
I got you covered. But yeah, I'm gonna do a lot. I'm gonna do a lot more for the channel.
I think you got to worry about that back half he just said, man. That might not be. That might be a little. That might be a little surprise.
Mommy, stop! Ow!
But I'm gonna hopefully try and lose a little bit of weight for 2023, and I lost 40 pounds.
Cool.
I'm down from 410 to 375.
Good.
So and I'm gonna try and lose some weight and just keep doing what I can, keep making it to the point where I can get out of Massachusetts.
Yeah, we can all stand to lose some weight, man. But congratulations, kudos to you for
and I'm gonna wait a month. I'm not gonna go to the gym January 1st. I'm gonna wait at least till second week in February.
Because it'll be empty and dead then by then.
Yeah.
Bailed out by then.
The last week, I've probably put on at least 5 pounds, just from all the junk food and stuff like that I've been eating.
Right. Oh my God, it's nonstop.
Shout out to Chris Illog out there. He says Happy New Year.
Chris Illog, what's up, brother?
Happy New Year.
Yeah. And Man Against the Masses says first shots with my AR tomorrow. So there you go. Walter, New Year's resolutions. What are you getting up to, Walt?
That's for Chris. There we go.
Oh, there you go. It's from Chris.
Got that from Chris.
Yeah.
I don't get in too much into the resolution stuff because usually it's a bunch of trash. You don't do it anyways. But I mean, to be honest with you, let's do all this stuff, and then the next couple of days you're right back to what you were doing before.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
But I mean, it's going to be busy. We got shop coming up.
Yep.
My stuff's got to leave by the end of this coming week. Then we have shot on the 17th. My birthday's in February. On the 21st, I fly on a B-29 on Fifi. I bought tickets to fly. Oh yeah, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, it was expensive as hell, but yeah. It was. It was.
I'm sure we'll be seeing video from you on that.
Oh yeah, I'm making video for that. Yeah. I'm recording that. And I got a couple weddings to go to this coming year. Niece is getting married.
So Walter's getting lit at a wedding.
As long as he's not paying for it, he might have a good time.
That's better. Yeah, I'm going. Me and my wife are going on an epic train ride.
Oh, yeah.
On Amtrak from New Orleans to Chicago, Chicago to Seattle, Seattle to LA, and back to New Orleans.
That's awesome.
That's in April. Yeah. I might. Who knows? Maybe I'll end up in England in the summertime. I don't know. We've talk about that. Maybe I don't know. So it's going to be busy this year, I think, and I need to. I got to try to focus on the business too. Sometimes it's hard to do. It's
you got to make some stocks, some KES stuff. Is
out. We got BNT for at the SHOT Show. We're gonna have the BNT stock for the APC 9, the KES stock, and then we're working on one for the GM blah 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 whatever it is 9 from BNT also. I've got a UTOS, that UTOS pistol. I said I was going to make a stock for that, so now I got to do it. I said that, and then people's like, "Oh, when are you making the UTOS stock?" It's like, well, after we get done with the BNT stuff. Yeah. So, so it's going to be this last year. I mean, it just seems like we just went to the SHOT Show. I mean, it feels like I was just there.
This year went fast. Yeah,
and then with all the crap with ATF and cracking down on licenses and all that stuff, I mean, knock wood, we haven't had any issues, anything, but I know a lot of people have. So
I am so anal about my books right now. I every other month I'm doing an audit.
Well, that's one of the worst things that happened in 2022. I think ATF went after a lot of FFLs. A lot.
Yeah, I mean, a weaponized ATF.
Disgusting.
Politicized.
That's something that Congress needs to do, and hopefully we can get back both houses and these politicians don't fuck around.
Yeah, but they ain't going to do nothing.
They need to.
Exactly. They need to do a damn thing.
We got to put pressure on them, man. We have to put pressure on them, because if they're not going to do anything, then we don't need them.
Trump could have cleaned that fucking place up, and he did nothing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Zero. He's like scared of his shadow.
Yeah, that's why I'm over Trump. I'm not supporting Trump. I hope if it winds up like that's fine. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think Trump's gonna wind up being in contention.
Yeah, but what are we gonna get?
But that's my.
Gonna get some woke Republican?
I don't want that. Yeah.
I don't want somebody that apologizes for everything they say. That's one thing
Jim
Trump
Jordan.
didn't do. He didn't apologize for nothing. Fuck it. You don't like it, too bad. I don't like that in the guy. You can just say, at least I know if you talk shit about me, then I know you don't like me. So we're good. We're good,
I think we need Walter Keller to run, man, in 2024. I think you could beat Kanye. I think you could beat Kanye. You could beat Trump.
You got my vote, Walter. I would vote for you.
At the office at 9:00.
I think I don't want to speak for Dave, but I think High Point will get behind it.
And it's like, okay,
you got us.
Walking you out, get your shit out, go. If you've ever been laid off before, I've never been laid off where I've been walked out, but I've been laid off multiple times when I work for other people, and it's like, just because you work for the government doesn't mean you're like, it's like a life job or something. Fuck
right?
That. Get out of here.
No, we need big cutbacks. We need big cutbacks in the government.
Can you imagine if Walter had that job to literally just fire people in the government? Like,
oh god.
Yeah. Oh, come here. Have a seat.
You're fired.
You're out of here.
You're all fired.
That's what Trump was. Remember the show when Trump was on? You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. He
didn't
do none of that stuff.
Fired.
He didn't do any of that.
We need to bring back public floggings for politicians that do the wrong thing. And
public hangings.
Just put them in the stocks out. Put them on the stocks out on the street. Put them in the stocks. Just put them in the stocks where they're out there and people can throw it. Shit on them and pee on them and everything else.
Yeah.
You work for us, assholes.
If we put you in charge of nuclear waste and you go around stealing ladies' luggage.
And you're a freaking freak show anyways?
Joe was like, what is he talking about?
I don't watch the news. I quit watching.
No, there was this dude who is a he's a cross-dresser, and he was in charge of nuclear waste, and they caught him stealing women's luggage from the airport so he can wear their clothing.
Naturally. Oh,
yeah.
So not only is the freak show, but he's an effing thief.
Right.
It's like, it's a double whammy. And what do you do?
How he got security clearance, I don't know.
what do you do when you're in charge of nuclear waste? You do nothing, because
I
all
bet
the
that guy
people
doesn't
that have
get the
to
lid.
that's like the funeral home guy that you get send the other guy out to pick up the dead guy. The guy in charge doesn't do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so listen, let's find out. We got about 7 minutes here. Let's find out, Dave. What's your what are you looking forward to? I don't know if you have what does Lola call it? Resolutions. I don't even believe in this, by the way.
I'm I go the route of Walther too. I don't really buy into that shit because it's just false promises you fall apart on. No, but my I know my 2022 was personal, was an absolute roller coaster. That half of it was absolute shit and I hated it. Other half it was awesome. So I'm looking for just a little more even keel, more on the fun side, less on the shit side. That's all I'm after. Take my wife and kids on a vacation. You know,
Absolutely.
that's
There you go. There you go.
There you go, man. If the family is good, that's the number one thing, you know, that matters. Now,
Family's good, everything else is good.
Yeah, I don't know if you have to go because we're getting close to New Year's. I know the rest of us can be here, but if you have to go, let us know, Dave.
I'll bounce off in a couple minutes here before.
All right, cool. All right, cool. So yeah, I don't have any freaking resolutions, man.
It's
I
another
just
day.
gotta say that's people. Yeah, I don't believe in that.
Buy more guns.
I mean,
right?
I mean, Hank, you know, mine ended. My
guns.
dad died a few weeks ago.
Yeah, let's.
So,
I'm so sorry, Walter.
Yeah, but you know, and he had a stroke in June. But he wasn't like paralyzed or anything. It was up in the frontal lobe and stuff. But it was a slow kind of process. Things were going downhill. But so this year's been kind of one of those shit shows like that too. Every time the phone rings, you're like, okay, what's going on next? Oh, Dad got caught driving the wrong way on the road. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
And did it right in front of a sheriff too, by the way.
God.
Your dad was special. Listen, can we do a quick rest in peace for Walter Keller?
Rest in peace, Mr. Keller.
He was a good dude, man. I love that guy. I love your dad. Your dad was a genuine gun guy. He's in Valhalla looking down on us right now. He's a hardcore old school gun guy.
He's the reason that I did all that stuff, because growing up there were guns in the house, and they were. I mean, look. I didn't go around shooting people. I mean, I really had guns. I mean, there was guns and ammo. I could have done whatever I wanted.
Yeah, you know? Guns tucked in everywhere.
Yeah, behind doors and over here and over there. And it's like, but he grew up, you know, the $15 guns in the barrels in the hardware store. You know, where you get your surplus rifle for $15. You know, and he bought an M1 carbine from the CMP or whatever it was back, NRA back then, for $15. That thing looked like brand new. $15.
Lucky I paid $1,000 for mine.
Or like I remember as a kid going to the Salvation Army up in Illinois, and they had like a whole tri-wall container of M1 Garand bayonets, like for $1 a piece.
God.
You know, you just go like, holy shit. Yeah, well, you know, or you're growing up and you see ads in the back of the magazine, German helmets for $15 or $10 or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like,
make them out there.
Good old days, you know. But my dad says my good old days weren't so good sometimes. So
yeah, you got 4 minutes, Dave. Do you need to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce. The kids jumping around waving at me. So
the kids. Thanks so much. Thanks for bringing us the news about the new High Point coming out. We'll get our hands on that. We'll do more stuff with you, man, and we appreciate you. Happy New Year to you and the family.
Happy New Year to all you guys, man.
Yeah, I'll try to see it at the SHOT Show.
Yeah,
so I'll be at SHOT. I'll be at the back end of GOS. So yeah.
And you will be hearing from Joe.
yeah.
Awesome. Good.
All right. Take care, Dave.
All right, guys. See you guys. Happy New Year.
See you.
Happy New Year, man.
One of the things I want to, listen, man, your dad was awesome, man. That was a really good dude, man. They just don't make dudes like your dad anymore, man. That was one of the most, toughest, badass dudes.
No, he had 13 lives. You know, if a cat's got 9, my dad had 13 plus. So, yeah.
Yeah. And he was really nice. He was really nice to me and Lola. So, I know that's a whole tough deal, and you guys are still dealing with it. So, Lola says he never stopped tinkering, working, always on the go.
Oh, had some projects going on all the time. Doing something. Yeah.
So, absolutely. I know in that way, and rest in peace to all the gun guys that we lost in 2022, man. That's one of the crazy things. It seems, I know this probably happens all the time, right? But it seems like that kind of stuff accelerated, especially with what's going on with COVID and everything there. So, you know, we lost some good guys out there. Yannick Stoner is saying Happy New Year. We got like 3 minutes. I know I'm staying and Walt's staying until we hit New Year's. What about you, Joe?
Yeah,
I'm good, dude. I got
okay.
Nowhere to be. I appreciate you inviting me on.
Oh no, man, you always have a place here, man. You know, we appreciate you. I'm glad to see that the frickin' beard is coming back.
Yeah, I know. I got a lot of crap on that one.
Walt doesn't. You don't like a beard, right, Walt? You're not really a beard guy.
A lot of folks, it gets just out of control. You know, they don't keep it. You know, and then you look like the wild man from Borneo or something.
If you start eating your beard by accident, you probably have an issue.
Yeah. No, I was like, all right. Everything that happened in my life this year, I'm like, oh, dude, try something different, and shaved the whole beard off, and clearly I look like a child, and you know.
Yeah, I thought you were transitioning or something, to be honest.
Oh, when I hung out with Tony Simon a couple months ago, he was just like, oh, dear Lord, you look like a 12-year-old boy. What the hell did you do to yourself? And I'm like, hey, what's up, dude? But yeah, no.
Yeah. Dad Hates You says, show a gun at the stroke of midnight. You know what? I don't want YouTube to freaking delete this.
I thought about that.
I got this bolt action right here. If you can, I can take care of your problem.
Oh, hey, you know what? Speaking of guns, we got 1 minute here. I found out that Turkish shotgun with the multiple magazine tubes.
Mm-hmm.
They only imported like 100 of those in the whole country.
Really? The ones that that switches like the IWI one. Oh.
And the company that did it is getting sued or got a cease and desist or something. So I was going to sell it, but now I'm keeping it.
Oh no, that's about to be special.
Yeah, it's rare.
Yeah. Someone will let us know when it's midnight. By the way, let me share this off. This is one of the things I did over I don't know if you guys can even see this. Check it out. Lego Lamborghini Countach, which is still my dream car, to be honest with you. And I put this together, you know, and I put together a bunch of Legos with my sons. They're all grown up now, but we love putting together Legos on the holidays.
Noon.
And
it's
stuff
midnight.
Like
it's midnight.
Booyaka! That's all we could do, damn it. Yeah. Cheers to everyone. We're in 2023. Out with the old, in with the new. You know?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
Happy New Year's to everyone out there. I see all the Happy New Years are going up. Jade Grew. Happy New Year. Do you guys hear the fireworks here?
Well, it's Florida. Is it gunshots or is it fireworks?
Oh, it could be anything.
If I go outside, I'm sure we'll hear it. But...
Yeah. My dad ended up moving back. Moved back, so now he's back in Mass.
Oh no.
He's still trying to sell his house.
Oh yeah, you should have just moved in. You should have just.
You've no idea.
You should tell him, listen, Dad, I'm just gonna move in. You can have my place.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Okay, I know. I thought about it when I said it.
Yeah, nah.
Man Against the Machine said he sent me a meme on IG. Okay, I gotta go look for that. Yeah, everyone. I'm throwing up everyone's thing. And Clint Sanders says, sorry to hear that, Walt. Be happy that you got to spend all that time with him. Most people don't. And it looks like he had an impact on people. R.I.P. Mr.
Yeah.
Powell. Yeah.
More than I probably realize, actually. But yeah. Other people that ran into him. I mean, one of the kids that in the neighborhood lived across the street from us back in the 70s when we moved to Florida. And when he found out my dad died, he put this big thing, he influenced him to do this and do that. And my dad was always making stuff and projects and all that stuff. So, yeah.
That's why you're the way that you are, man. You learned.
I'm as nutty as my father. Yeah.
No, but you learned how. Like, you're the kind of person that you will always survive, man. You know how to, like, things people throw away. You know how to make work again and all that. Yeah.
Dumpster diving and all that stuff. I mean, that was my dad getting stuff out. Finding wood and knocking the nails out and reusing it and It's just because if you don't have a lot of money, if you figure out how to do it. So
yeah. So let's see here. All Thumb says, Happy New Year, everyone. Buy more guns and ammo. So there you go. I'm going to start to wrap it up now that we're over in the new year. Shout out to everyone who stayed with us here and hung out with us and helped us ring in the new year. I wish everyone, a happy new year. I hope this is a better year for you, that you're more prosperous. What I would say is this, though: be deliberate about the things that you do here in the new year. And especially when it comes to fighting for the Second Amendment, we need to be deliberate. We need to hold the politicians that we vote for accountable for what they do. We need to speak to them, try to give them a spine. But if they don't stand up for the Second Amendment, we need to get rid of them. I don't care if there's a Republican or R after their name. We need to get rid of those people. It's really up to us. And ultimately, hey, we might have, there's a reason. There's an ultimate reason for that Second Amendment. We might have to do it.
And not only the Second Amendment stuff, but a lot of the social stuff going on. It ain't cool. So, and don't fall for these excuses they give you on all this woke stuff, so.
Yeah. But confusion is not a good thing for the world, man. We need to, we need to make the world a better place.
All that other stuff is when they're telling you one thing and trying to divert your attention, that's because they're doing monkey business out the other end. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'll let Joe. Did you want to say something now that we're in the new year before we start wrapping up here?
No, we're just gonna keep shooting guns, and we're gonna keep making some content and getting more people on the show. I don't know. I'm just ready to have a fun, much better 2023.
Yeah, Dave. By the way, Dave Kawaka says Happy New Year. So there you go.
Happy New Year, Dave.
Happy
and Mike Asper Warriors says next year let's see more of us on Utreon. That's true. If you guys want to see the guns, you got to come over to Utreon. That's the thing I would say about it. It's easy to find. I throw links up on social media and all that kind of stuff. So there you go. Joe, tell the folks out there, if you don't know Joe, you need to go follow him and support what he does. He's doing a lot of good stuff out there, and you guys can help him build bigger and better what he's doing in this new year. So tell those guys, Joe.
I appreciate that, Hank. You can find me on YouTube at Shooting Gallery NE. Then you can find me on Instagram at Shooting Gallery New England, all one word. Don't really do Facebook, but I'm on pretty much any hosting site. There's out there, Utreon, Gunstreamer, Rumble, Odyssey, all that stuff. And then if you guys are on the TikToks, you can follow me at Shooting Gallery NE and my backup account, which is Shooting Gallery NE_backup. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to get off TikTok a little bit because every video I post is just so underperforming, or I'm just getting banned. So
they're super shadow banning you now, huh?
Oh, big time.
Okay.
But I'm gonna focus more on YouTube, and that's where my following started. So not gonna forget the people that got me there. So
yeah, absolutely. Try to convert those folks who are still on TikTok. Tell them to go, switch over to YouTube and use TikTok for that, man. We'll see what happens with that in 2023, but I know you've put a lot of work into it. Walter, tell the folks out there, how they can support you, find out more about you, etc.
Oh, Safety Harbor Firearms on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I do have a Twitter account too, and I've been posted every once in a while when I feel it, like when I want to promote this event tonight. Also, there's different racing. They're doing the mini bike and things with engines. That's on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram also. And then there's Sten Parts, which is stenparts.com for all your Sten Parts, barrels, things like that.
Yeah. And we've got the what is it? The BMP. Which one is it? The BMP. The
BNT, the APC9.
Yeah, APC9.
Yeah, I go on Tuesday and pick up those parts from the anodizer, and we'll put it together, and it'll be all black, and we'll take some photos. And I don't know if we're going to get video before it goes to the shot, but I'll get some video if nothing else. So
yes. So on my part, if you guys want to follow me, so there's YouTube/Hank Strange. We are putting up videos. We have 1,034 videos on YouTube/Hank Strange. That's where all the gun stuff is. We're always putting stuff up there. I have a ton of stuff that's going to go up there in this new year. If you're not seeing it, you've just got to search on YouTube because we're being banned. If you want to see the show, it's obviously here after we do it on Utreon, I put it over here. But if you guys really want us to come back, you got to realize we won't be able to do the guns. But if you want to see us on Utreon, it's Utreon/Who Moved My Freedom. And of course, I do van stuff because I'm sitting in my van right now. So I do live that van life, and I have a channel that's all about that. It's called Stranger Palooza. It's very close to 25,000 subscribers.
Hell yeah, dude! Congrats.
You know? Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And you guys could check it out. Stranger Palooza is the place to find that. If you like that van life, we have tons of videos over there. I want to say that everyone who came on here, I appreciate you guys coming on. You know, we had Dave from High Point who gave us like a really cool exclusive here, and I appreciate that. But we had Rod Mills. We had Rob McNealy of Tusc. You know, we had KD. We had FlyingRich was on. So we really appreciate, I don't know if I missed anyone in there, but we really appreciate everyone coming on here and hanging out with us and spending this New Year's Eve with us. And we will see you guys somewhere. Just follow us all on social media and you'll find out what's going on. Happy New Year. We are out of here. I am going to hit all the appropriate buttons right now and end the show.